Ladies and Habibis, we are going to introduction to you rising star of South Asia. He is very well educated. He knows Islam and Christianity very well. He done what they said he can't. He is Doctor.
Alhamdulillah.
Wait a minute, what are you doing, Zakir? You come out, it's not you. Habibi, take him out. Sorry, there was some problem. He's Adam Sikher.
Hello everyone. This is your favorite Murtid. Salamul Masih. Peace of Christ be with each and every one of you. I hope you guys are having fun. And hello everyone. Your favorite Murtad is live once again. And today we are going to have some fun. Yes. And yes, I have put the link in the live chat as well first. So anybody who wants to join in, they can to refute me as always. We had somebody named Asif in the live chat. If he is so willing to join, he can join. And thank you, Salamar, and welcome. God bless you. Long time no see. And welcome everyone, and God bless you all. I hope you guys are having so much fun. And today is Friday, and today is not Friday. It depends on where you are. And Salam said, Happy Friday. Yeah, if you are in India or Pakistan, it's already Saturday morning. I hope you guys have a nice start of your weekend, and you are having a nice cup of coffee with me. So it's coffee with Adam Seeker. Have you seen the Coffee with Karan? That's an Indian show, right? So now today is the coffee with Adam Seeker. So it depends on where you are. If you are in uh, a European country, for example, America, UK, France, Britain, Germany, it's still Friday night. So it just depends where you are. So anyhow, with that being said, welcome. And I hope you are going to have some fun today. Today we are going to talk about some very important subjects of the life of a Muslim trying to find the truth. And that's what we are going to do. Gyan Prakash, the stream as usual is not for the non-Muslims to join. You can definitely leave the stream. By the way, you have a nice car. I like your car. But once again, we are going to have a talk with uh, Muslims here. And plus, you are driving. So obviously, I can't take you in. That's just so dangerous that you're going to do a video call with me while you're driving. So please leave the backstage. It's not going to happen, brother. With that being said, I can't hear you if you're speaking, so don't worry. So with that being said, somebody just joined. He's driving a car. While driving a car, you know, obviously I won't take you. Even if you're a Muslim, that's just so dangerous. You have to park the car on the side if you're a Muslim. Send me a private text, and then I might be able to take you. So with that being said, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we doing? Mr. Andrew Martin said something. Hold on. What are you sending, brother? You're sending something I don't even know. All right, Friday. Okay. So with that being said, let's talk about today's a beautiful subject as we discuss usually about Islam. Why would somebody become an ex-Muslim? Why is it that somebody would leave Islam, the religion that he was born into, leave their parents, leave their family, leave their friends, become a solo person? Why would anybody do such a thing, right? It's a very important subject and a topic because a lot of Muslims would come in and they usually, at the beginning, they would say, Nobody leaves Islam! You guys were never Muslim! After doing this, now they are coming in and saying, You were never a real Muslim. So they added another word, real in it. You were only a by name Muslim. And that's it. So their RR remained the same, almost similar. They just added a few words in it because now they know that there are a lot of ex-Muslims. There are a lot of murtad in this world. So they added another word in it to show that yes, we understand. So in the last 5 7 years, in the life of Britishers and in the British Muslims, in the life of American Muslims, in the life of Canadian Muslims, and now finally in the lives of Pakistani and Indian ex-Muslims, the Muslims have started to realize that yes, there are people who leaves Islam. Instead of last time when they were saying, no, there is no ex-Muslim. Now at least they have recognized an ex-Muslim community. Now what comes to the second part is, and the second part is very simple. You were never a real Muslim. You have no idea about Islam. Now imagine in that aspect, in that area, I kind of excel. And that is why people like Mansoor of the Dawa Gangist gang, he was like trying to find mistakes in my pronunciation and trying to show that I was never a Muslim, and so on and so forth. A lot of people does that. They will try to figure out one single word, one single harf saying wrongfully to undermine the statements that I have said, which are really really dangerous statements. And they know that the statements that I have said, they have no argument against it. So how will you manage that? Okay, simple management, and that is what? Undermine the person. That's it. Undermine the person. That's how they attack. They attack the person, not the argument. And that's what they have been doing. But if we read the Quran in essence, you will realize that Allah has undermined himself as a God. And Allah has undermined the abilities of God. So and so that when we read the Quran, we realize that according to Allah, if there were multiple Allahs, they would have fought with each other for power and authority. Now, power and authority is something which should not have been an issue for a God. Because if you're God, you already have abilities to do an infinite number of things. If you are a creator, you can create another universe just like the universe that we live in because you are a creator. So there is unlimited abilities of God that a God should have, apparently, if that is God. But the problem with Allah is very simple, that when it comes, it don't even undermines the abilities and capabilities of human beings, but he also undermines the abilities and capabilities of God or Godhood. For example, let me give you one few verses. In the Quran, there are multiple verses about this, but let me give all of them to you one by one. Let's just do it this way. It will be easy to do it this way. All right, chapter number 17, verse number 42. Say, O Muhammad, he's talking to Muhammad to say to the people, if there had been him, with him gods, like if there have been gods with Allah, as they say, as other people say that there are more gods, like he's talking, referring to the polytheists or Christians or Jews and everyone, because in Islam, all of them are polytheists. When Allah is saying is that then they would have sought to the honor of the throne away. Means they would have started fighting with each other for the throne, for the power, for be the ultimate God. So let me see what the number one footnote is saying. Let's see. To please him, recognize his superiority. Another interpretation is they would seek a way to dispose him and take over his throne. Okay. So there are two different angles for that, according to the scholars. I don't know. This angle might be a new angle or maybe old. I did not actually worked on it a lot. But the second one is the one which is most commonly spoken, that one god will try to overthrow other gods will try their best to overthrow other gods, will try to seek the power of the god, of the other god. Where does this theology, this idea comes into being? This idea comes into being from the Greek, Romo-Greek godhoods. And when we see those kind of ideologies and theologies, they would come into a collaborative existence of godhood where gods are fighting with each other. So Allah cannot be talking about the Trinity, because if we study the Old Testament and the New Testament, you will not find any kind of a dispute between the Spirit or Christ or Son of a Man or the Father. You will not see any kind of a dispute there. So where does Allah gets these things? From the Romo-Greek God. Because those, in those stories, yes, there was Zeus and there was other gods and they were trying to fight with each other, and that's perfectly fine. But the problem here is, then this is a man-made ideology. It cannot be from God, because if God is generalizing something in an area, how can it be that he has to think about only one single particular ideology to define the fights between gods? And that's the only thing that he is talking about. Like, let me go to another verse of the Quran, chapter number 23, verse number 91. Let's look into this one as well. And it says, Allah has not taken any son. Now he's referring to Christian theology. So basically, when we look at the Quran, we will see that according to Quran, Christians are polytheist, and even Jews are polytheist. So everyone is polytheist, by the way, except Muhammad. So Allah has not taken any son, nor has there ever been him any deity. Means there was no other God beside him at that time. Then each deity would have taken what is created. So according to Allah, if Allah has a son, the son would say, okay, earth is mine. No, no, Allah, you take the Mars, I'll take the earth, you take Jupiter. So they'll start fighting among each other for what has been created, or sun maybe, or another star. By the way, Allah knows about the stars, and stars are very small because stars will fall upon earth. This is really unscientific, but anyhow, let's take for an example. They'll start fighting what they have created, or they will fight with each other. I want Adam Seeker, and the other one will be, no, no, I want Sahil, no, no, and I want Nomad 77. So they'll fight for the people or the created things. And some of them would have overcome others. So God would actually fight with each other for what they have created, and then one would win, the other would lose. Exalted is Allah over about describing. Now, the same concept over here, this is the Greek concept, where you will find this kind of a situation happening in between Greek gods, and we all know, and they also agree, these are mythological godships. So Allah is not even talking about any proper theology. The Quranic God is talking about mythical godhoods, which every single person in the world knows that it is mythical, because those gods lived in a mountain. And even now, there is Thor, and now the Thor is living in another world, not on a mountain. But in the old movies, you would see it's on a mountain, and that's how it was described. So you have this theology coming in the Quran, fitting into the Quran in a perfect manner, where Allah has a limited ability and capability to perceive godhood or godship. How can God be such limited in its understanding and capabilities if he knows the time from the beginning to end? How is this possible? It is definitely not possible. And before I go to the next verse, we have a super chat and a lot of people enjoyed that. So let me just read it. Motorcycle Matt said, "Missed you and Sahil yesterday. Our week is incomplete without your streams. Looking forward to the stream on the 25th. God bless you." Yes, sir. My stream is already scheduled and I'm going to do that. There is no sin in Islam in my Urdu channel as always. But here we are going to talk about the journey of an ex-Muslim. What, how does the uh, doubts comes into play? And then you start to seek and learn and realize that it's nothing. What is it? Um, MD Suhail Ahmed, hey Muslim. He said, "Can anybody explain how should we respond to question proposed to when they say that God died? Or where was the divine and supernatural power? They think it's a risk, the power of God and Jesus." MD Suhail Ahmed, it's not they, it's probably obviously you being a Muslim. At the same time, I'm actually talking about the same thing. Question number one: in Christianity, there are three persons, one in one Godhood. Jesus is not the Father, and Jesus is not the Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit is not Jesus, and Holy Spirit is not the Father. Father is not Jesus, and Father is not the Holy Spirit, but they are all one God. Okay. With that being said, I have a few questions for you. As a Muslim, when you die, do you die? Or does your existence ceases on this earth and a new existence begins? When you die, you don't you receive the punishment of the grave according to Muhammad's hadith? Punishment of the grave. So basically, as a Muslim, as soon as you die, you exchange a vessel for another vessel. You in reality you never die because your spirit is in a vessel which you call body. So even as a Muslim, you never die. The only thing that dies is the vessel made out of flesh and blood, and then your spirit continues to a next journey. Same is the case. Jesus was never just a human being. He had an existence way before. Way before. He had an existence way before the beginning of the time. Just like it says in John chapter number 1, in the beginning there was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Or Genesis chapter number 1, verse number 1, 2, and 3. So, with that being said, you need to understand and comprehend just like that, when Jesus died on this earth in that particular vessel, he received a new vessel. He, just like any other human, will receive a new vessel, a perfect vessel, an indestructible vessel. And point number two is, as a religious Muslim, you need to believe and accept that without doubting it. So any Muslim who would say, did God die? Then the first question is, did God born? Yeah, it's the shape that he took for a time being as a man. And then the man part died, but his spirit received a new body, the perfect body, which will never die, which will never vanish. So I hope I answered your question. But and at that time, who was running the world? By the way, God the Father was still there. The Holy Spirit was still there, and Jesus was still there. But anyhow, with that being said, let's move to our current subject. And wow, was there a zero additional somehow? Man, it's pretty huge. Thank you so very much, Jennifer. Uh, appreciate it. This would be the biggest super chat that I have ever received in my channel. So thanks a lot. God bless you. Mr. Gayan said, "Hello, bhai. Happy Friday. Can non-Muslim join? Maybe later. Right now, I need to finish my subject that I'm talking about. So, with that being said, when we actually study the Quran, we had a distraction and we went to a distraction way. When we actually study the Quran, it's a little different. Here, rather, this distraction is actually perfectly on the dot. When we look at Jesus and his ministry on this earth, when he came here and spoke with people, did he actually fight with God the Father or the Holy Spirit for what has been created on this earth? No, he did not. He did not. So why was Allah only referring to the Roman Greek gods, the mythological gods, rather than referring to the idea that Allah is referring to in this verse, like not taken any son? Allah has not taken any son. So when Allah is referring to the sonship, he is referring to God, the Father, God, the Son, the absolute concept from Christianity. Then why is Allah saying that each deity would be fighting with each other for what has been created? It's a very false and fake idea that a God has to think in such a low caliber level. This is one of the lowest caliber level for any God to say something. Do you understand the situation here? It is literally a very, very strange situation. But you know, I hoped and I wished people would see and realize these verses are more than sufficient to start a doubt in your mind. Why is this kind of a thing written in the Quran? Because it literally makes no sense whatsoever. And here you go. Islam, Allah refuted Jesus, Son of Almighty. I don't know how this can be refutation. I don't know how this can be refutation, but fair enough. Like, but this should be more than sufficient to just, leave everything, leave this cult. So let's go to another verse from Surah Anbiya. There we go. I'll give you another one, a third one. Allah left no objection in proving that the gods will be fighting with each other. For example, had there been within them, i.e., heaven or earth, no, within them, inside the godhood, gods beside Allah, they both would have been ruined. What do you mean by they both would have been ruined? Same thing, that they will fight with each other and kill each other. They'll destroy each other. They'll create a facade. They'll create a fight with each other, and they'll ruin each other. And that's how it is. So exalted is Allah, the throne above the. So this is very, very important to realize and understand that No matter how you look at these verses, there is an absolute limitation of Godhood in absolute sense, that Allah had no ability and no capability of comprehending the infinite love and infinite understanding relationship within Godhood. Because at one side, Allah is supposed to be infinite, but on the other side, Allah is talking like a man who would fight for a throne, just like a man who would fight for a throne. And that's it. And that is it. Why is it? Why is it that Allah would not be able to comprehend the infinite power that a God should have? Because Allah is not even a God. He is actually a created avatar of Muhammad. It is literally a created avatar of a fictional character of Muhammad to save himself. Hey, my channel is funny, guys. And my channel is funny. Hello. I'm having some fun moments, everyone. My channel is very, very funny. So let me give him some funny thing. I hope you like the dance. Is it funny enough? Let me make it more funny. Oh, behave.
Yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
I hope this is funny enough for you. So anyhow, if there is any Muslim who wants to talk to me, they are more than welcome to join the link. The link is in the live chat. Abduls, find some guts and join in. What are you doing? Find some guts and join in. So yeah, anybody who has who thinks it's pretty funny, and they can actually make it unfunny. Why are you hesitating and why can't you join in? All right. So with that being said, you know, it is pretty disturbing for a deity to do such a silly thing, like literally speaking. And then the same deity will actually go hand in hand in proclaiming something which is absolutely silly. And what would be that be? That would be the Surah Kahf, the chapter of the people of the caves. Right now, it is very easy to go and search for the legend of the sleepers of Ephesus. Let me search on the internet. 7 sleepers of Ephesus. There you go. All right. So 7 sleepers of Ephesus is a very common known legend of that particular time. And it is commonly known that this legend was created in the 3rd century when Christians were persecuted. So some Christians started to say this to their kids to give them hope and ability. And this is known to be a uh, full-fledged legend. And this legend was running there. And we all know that it's a legend and nothing more, nothing less. What is a legend? 7 people slept in a cave, and after 100 years, they woke up again, and they saw that the king who was persecuting the Christians is no more, and they are in a true utopian world where everything is just goody, goody, goody. Everything is so good, everything is amazing, and it's just lovely. That's that's the whole story. And what does this story tells them? This story tells them, oh, don't be worried, kids. We will have a good time to come. You know, just all times will go away and all that. It's a legend. It's a legend. And a very common legend. But this legend would have been spoken by the people in the 7th century Arabian Peninsula, where Muhammad would have heard about it. And Muhammad just simply thought that this is actually a real story. And how would he react to this? He reacted to this by saying, this is what Allah did, and it is in the Quran. In Surah Kahf, chapter number 18, verse number 18 to 22. And you would think them awake while they were asleep, and we turned them to the right and to the left, while their dog stretched his foreleg at the entrance. If you looked at them, you would have turned from them in a flight and been filled with terror. Next verse. And similarly, we awakened them that they might question one another. Said a speaker from among them. Allah don't even know the names of those people. How long have you remained there? They said, we remained a day or a part of the day. We just slept like a part of the day. They said, your Lord is most knowing of how long you remain. I have no idea why would they say that. So if somebody will actually wake up after a night's sleep, he wouldn't actually question these kind of things. But anyhow, this is how Allah is talking. So send one of you with this silver coin to your city and let them look to which the best food and bring you the provision from it, and let them be cautious and let no one be aware of you. Like, I don't understand when some 7 sleepers, 6 sleepers, 5 sleepers, 4 sleeper and a dog would actually sleep in a cave, and then when they wake up, why would these people will talk with each other like they have been slept for a long time? Why would they actually do such a thing? Why is this kind of a talk happening when according to them they just slept for a part of the day? It is just so simply stupid. It is literally stupid. Nobody in this world, if there are a group of men running away from a king that he's persecuting them, his soldiers are there, would sleep in a cave, and they wake up and they won't start questioning how long did we sleep? Did we sleep for so long? How long the Lord will made us sleep? Why would they ask these kind of questions with each other? Have you ever thought about that? Ya Muslimi, the people who disliked my video. Indeed, if they come to know of you, they will stone you or return you to their religion. And never would you succeed than ever. So it's again, it's all about accepting their religion. So it's not about your life, it's about your religion. All right. And similarly, we cause them to be found that they would know that the promise of Allah is true. And the promise of Allah in the Quran is Allah will send everyone in hell. By the way, that's the promise of Allah. FYI. And that the hour, there is no doubt, when they disputed among themselves about their affairs and said, construct over them a structure, their Lord is most knowing about them, said, who prevailed in this matter, we will surely take over them a masjid. I have no idea. You have no idea what that means unless we go to tafsir, and somehow Ibn Kasir will know everything. And Qurtubi will know 8 things that he will dispute that what it means, and so on and so forth. Because Allah is just so great in explaining what he wanted to explain. Like if you read the 7th sleeper of Ephesus, it is written in a much better manner than how Allah is describing it in these 5 verses. It's just so silly. If you read the 7th sleeper of Ephesus, you will know the names of these people. You will know that these were 7. You will know that what they are talking about, how they woke up. When they woke up, they went out, how everything happened. It's just It's just crazy how a God of this universe supposedly is going to talk about a particular ancient history, so called, because obviously this is not ancient history, this is actually a legend, but the so called ancient history, and he will talk in such an absolute nonsense manner that nobody will be able to comprehend what he's trying to talk about. Like, why can't Allah say things straight? And at the same time, why would Allah say such a thing in such manner? Why? Even why? What does it mean? Is there any logical reasoning to say such a thing? Anyhow, and we even go further, and then it will be this is the beautiful verse. They, i.e., the people, will say there were three, and the fourth is their dog, and they will say there are five, and the sixth is their dog, guessing at the unseen, and they will say there were seven, and eight of them was the dog. Say, Muhammad, my Lord is most knowing of their number. None knows except a few. So do not argue about them except with an obvious argument, and do not inquire about them among what? What? So you're talking about a miracle that supposedly happened where you as God did something miraculous which cannot happen without a miracle. And when some people asked how many people, oh Allah, you made them to sleep in a cave for hundreds of years, this is the answer that you will receive? Is this how you will explain your miracle? Let alone what you said in the past, which doesn't make sense at all, but like what you're saying right now at this moment. How does this make sense at all? Instead of giving us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 long sentences where you haven't even answered, if you are the one who actually did this miracle, supposedly, just say there were people, 7 people and a dog. You can't say 7 people and eighth was the dog. You can't say 5 people and sixth was the dog. You just simply say 7 people and a dog, or 6 people and a dog, because apparently you are counting dog as a number while the dog was stretching the legs, and you time traveled them. So at the end of the day, what's the whole idea of it? Muhammad Ibrahim Patel, click the link and join in. Click the link and join in. Because I'm not making fun of Islam. Who said I'm making fun of Islam? Do you see me laughing here? You should be ashamed of yourself. You literally should be ashamed of yourself. I'm just showing how silly and ignorant the author of Quran is. And you're talking about you can't even see, you can't even hear, you can't even understand, you can't even comprehend. You guys have literally closed your eyes and closed your ears to hear the truth of your own freaking book. And you can't even explain it. You actually can't even explain it. Okay, I challenge you, my friend, come up live and I won't say anything. Just explain to me 3 verses. Verse number 20, 21, and 22 in the Surah Kahf. Just 3 verses. Let's see if you can say these things better than Allah Himself, because Allah is so ignorant in explaining these things. Literally. Why are you so afraid? The link is right there. Just click on it, join in. That's how simple it is. It's right there. Find some guts. And don't be scared. I actually have challenged your Sheikh Ottoman, the one who is not fit to be a leader, an imam in the mosque, and every single person who recite prayer behind him, he needs to recite their prayer again. I've challenged him so many times. Why doesn't he come? He can go to an atheist channel like Haris Sultan and have a debate with him, but he is so scared to come here. Is it my fault or your Sheikh Ottoman's fault? He can go there, but he can't come here. That's how hypocrite and munafiq your Sheikh Ottoman is, who, according to him, a lot of prophets were Messiah. And then even the Muslims actually said, are you an idiot, Sheikh Ottoman? The footnote reader, a thief, a womanizer, and a wife thief. You know, I did a stream about him the other day. He steal the wife of other people, a wife thief. Hmm. Now, so from Sheikh Ottoman, now he is talking about Balabala Park, Balabala Park. So is he scared to come here? Why did he go? Why did he go and debated an atheist in his channel, Balabala Park? So bring somebody real knowledgeable for me to go to Balbala Park. Okay, idiot. So you actually have nothing. You know nothing. You rely upon a wife thief, the one who stole the wife of somebody else while that woman was in marriage with the old person, other person. Unbelievable, you sick people. Oh my goodness. Oh, all right. These are literally sick people, man. I have no idea. I have no idea how they can actually even talk about the person who stole somebody's wife. Like, unbelievable. Everyone has kabooters nowadays. And I'm talking about this here. Okay, Muhammad Ibrahim, sorry, I've answered you a lot. Go kiss the Blackstone now for the next 10 minutes, okay? There you go. If he comes in with another user, give the other user a timeout as well for 10 minutes. All of his users needs to go and kiss the Blackstone of Makkah for 10 minutes. He's a keyboard warrior. Nothing else. Like, I answered him. I gave him the chance to click on the link and come up. But like, he's just a keyboard warrior, so I realized that. Keyboard jihadi. All right, anyhow. This is what it is. Like, the reality is, when you read the Quran, you realize it is the utmost silly written book in the history of writing books. Like, even a 10th grader would write a better book than this book. And then they say, oh, create a verse better than the Quranic verse. Hey, silly, read Seven Sleepers of Ephesus. Much better written than this one. Much better, about the same subject. Yeah, I doubt if a 5 years old can write a better book. No, I doubt. Don't go this. Like, come on, that's not possible. You know, I know 5 years old. Okay, that's not possible. 5 years old goes to grade 1. Okay, and a first grader cannot write a book. He can't even write a proper sentence. By the way, Allah can't even write proper sentences as well. But that's like, come on. Okay, we are going in a deep pool which has no end. So let's just say 10th grader. 10th grader can actually write literally a better book than Quran. Literally. Like, and that's the reality of it, unfortunately. But anyhow, let's take a short break and I'll be right back with all of you. Sure.
Hello, Habibis. and Sheikh Ntika lovers. If you would like to support Adam Seeker, please go to Patreon and show your support. www.patreon.com/Adam Seeker. We thank you all for your kindly support and enjoy the video. By the way, this was a commercial break. And also, please don't forget to comment and like and also subscribe. You know, it's free, Habibis. Don't be tight like Muhammad and Muhammad's father, Abdullah, and Abdullah's father. Anyway, let's don't go in there. God bless you all. Please go to Patreon and make your donations. Only if you would like to support. We don't force like Muhammad. Hello, Habibis and Sheikh Ntika lovers. If you would like to support Adam Seeker, please go to Patreon and show your support. www.patreon.com/Adam Seeker. We thank you all for your kindly support and enjoy the video. By the way, this was a commercial break. And also, please don't forget to comment and like and also subscribe. You know, it's free, Habibis. Don't be tight like Muhammad and Muhammad's father, Abdullah, and Abdullah's father. Anyway, let's don't go in there. God bless you all. Please go to Patreon and make your donations. Only if you would like to support. We don't force like Muhammad.
We don't force like Muhammad. Absolutely, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to the next part of this live stream. As you know, I'm talking and I'm talking alone here. So I gotta take some breaks sometimes when I'm with other people around with me. When I'm doing live stream, usually I don't take breaks, but you know, as a single person, I'll have to do that sometimes. So with that being said, you know, let's talk about the next one. A very, very important one. Allah claims himself to be the Nur samawati wal ard. Allah is the light of the heaven and the earth. Okay, just this. Okay, I think that's the same keyboard jihadi who came again. Jalaluddin Akbar. Hey, Jalaluddin Akbar. Click the link and join in, or you'll be given a timeout for 10 minutes to kiss the black stone. Okay, with that being said, Allah is the Nur of the heavens and the earth. Okay, if Allah would say this, I'm fine. I'm literally fine. If Allah would stick here and would not say anything more. If this sentence finishes here, you know, things have been much, much better and much easier. And rather, as soon as Allah opened his mouth again, he destroyed everything. Okay, literally destroyed everything. The example of his light is like a nice niche within which is a lamp. The lamp is within the glass as if it was pearly star lit from a blessed olive tree. Neither of the east nor of the west, but of the south or the north. That's what me adding. Whose oil would almost glow, even if untouched by fire. Light upon light, Allah guides to his light. Wow, that's a song. Okay, let's do that. Light upon light, and Allah guides to his light whom he wills. Now he said these three words and he destroyed it. Like seriously, like he destroyed this. If like once again, if you say he is light upon light and Allah guides to his light, till now it's good. Even though it's like very rhythmical and song like, but till here was fine. But then whom he wills. Now that's where the problem lies. Another problem, because you know, if you are not guiding everyone, then you can't give anybody punishment because you did not even guided the person, because you just said you only guide people to whom you will. and you don't guide the people that whom you do not will. So we have another problem here. But anyhow, and Allah presents the example for the people, and Allah is knowing of all things. Like we just saw, Allah does not know everything. He just don't know what it is. He just don't know how many people are in the cave. But anyhow, this creates a huge problem as well. Again, how Allah describes His light. So let me show you what Allah is describing. Allah is describing Laltan. Okay. Allah is literally describing Laltan. This is Laltan. Okay. This is Laltan. But instead of a common oil, kerosene oil, Allah's Laltan is glowing using a oil from the olive tree. In the old days, the Laltan's glass would be really dirty and really bad because they can't purify the glass. The purification of glass was not there. So, but now we can purify the glass so nice. We can have crystal looking glass that looks like crystal. All right. You can go in your, if you're in Pakistan, you can go to daraz.pk and buy this beautiful laltan. And that's how Allah is explaining. And you can put a laltan somewhere and say, Allah is like this. Because this is how Allah described himself. Like literally. Go buy a laltan from daraz.pk or olx.pk and then just put that laltan in the house and say, there you go. That's Allah. This is how Allah described himself. Let me go there. Read it. And if I'm wrong, tell me. Example of his light is like a niche, within which is lamp, and the lamp is within glass, and the glass as if it was pearly white, pearly starlit, from a blessed olive tree, neither of the east nor of the west, bracket start, but from the north and the south, whose oil would almost glow even if untouched by fire. Light upon light, Allah guides to his light whom he wills. See, do you see anything? Do you see anything? This is Laltan. Allah is a Laltan. Allah is literally a Laltan. That's it. Do you see that? Laltan. There you go. You know the base of it? You know this base? We have the blessed olive trees, olive oil. And it will lit a pearly white light. And if you have a better glass around it, made out of crystal angles, it will light a pure bright white light. Or you can actually put a LED in it and give it some electricity. Okay, now I'm laughing. So whoever was saying that you are making fun of Islam, okay, now I'm literally laughing. And and I'm laughing because this is how Allah explains himself. Where are the Muslimin? This is how it is. And by the way, you need to understand another problem here. Allah calls himself Noor, Noor, and Noor is not a light coming out from the sun. It's not a sunlight. It's a light which is, like, for example, Allah talks about in the Quran that the sun is Munira. Sun is Munir. It emits light. But that light is actually yellow in color, you know that, right? And the moon is Noor because you can see it is bright white. For Allah, actually Allah talks about that the moon has a light within it. Let me show it to you. Let's see if Sahih International actually translates it correctly. Quran chapter number 71, verse number 16. Waja'ala and made the moon therein a light. So if you don't read the brackets, because there is nothing called reflected here in the Arabic. If you don't read with the bracket, just leave the bracket out and read Sahih International, and made the moon therein a light, and made the sun a burning lamp. Shamshu Sirajan. So imagine this, according to Allah, there is the Qamar, the moon, fihinna, in the moon, fihinna, inside the moon, Nuran, a light. Inside the moon is light. This is how Allah is explaining Himself. Like, what can we do? What can we do? Uh, Allah doesn't even know what He is talking about. He has no idea that the moon reflects light, and then somehow Sahih International has to put reflected there. But then again, the word fihinna destroyed it. Like literally, the word fihinna destroyed it. Waja'ala al-kamara fihinna nuran. Inside it there is nur. Inside it. So, and by the way, Pechtal and Hot made the moon a light therein and made the sun a lamp. Like, do you see the problem here? Do you see how the verse is written? And even the translators cannot do anything about it. Let's see what's in Urdu. और चांद को इनमें नूर बनाया और इनके अंदर इसने चांद को रोशनी. Oh my goodness, how do they actually describe it, man? Poor people. So basically what happens is, then these people, these translators has to come in and save Allah, because they know that the moon doesn't give light. So they have to like literally hide behind the bush. They literally have to hide behind the bushes. Where are the Abduls? Tell me what is happening here. Let me show you another verse and it will be more clear that both of these lights are lights. None of them are reflected lights. Check this out. It is He who made sun a shining light and a moon a derived light. Huh? Where did the word derived came into being? All right. Jala Shamsus Diyan wa Kamara Nuran. So imagine when I mouse over Noor, it says a reflected light. You see what is happening? You click here. Okay, check this out. Let's see if Quran.com works. Check this out.
Nuran, Nuran, Nuran.
So what does it say? Nuran. It says Nuran, right?
Nuran.
Okay. And it means reflected light, right? Okay, perfect. Let's go here.
Nuru, Nuru.
Okay, and now it's light. So Allah is Noor, Shams gives Noor, but Shams is reflected light, then Allah is reflected light. There you go. Allah is reflected light of the Samawat and earth. Allah is the reflected light of Samawat and earth. Allah is a reflected light now. Unbelievable. These guys are so deceptive. Let's see. He it is who appointed the sun a splendor and the moon a light. Absolutely. That's the right translation. And that's why I like Pechtal. Pechtal actually tries to put less additional words in the Quran, in the translation. It just says light, Noor. But Sahih International was so embarrassed by writing light that he has to put reflected without even bracket this time around, because it's going to destroy Allah, because then Allah doesn't even know jack about the moon. So it's just there. It is just right there. Analyze the reflected light as well. Absolutely. Why should we believe such a God? Why is such a God be permitted as a God? It's nothing but a creation of Muhammad himself. And right now, I'm not even talking about any hadith. It's just Quran itself, and such a silly notion how it is defined here. That is not good, Lydia. We are better than Allah to say such a thing. So anyhow, do we have something here? Hey, Umme Faizan, welcome. Keep listening and keep babbling. And somebody says, so what was your point? Just because some people refer to Momo's delusion as God in Arabic doesn't make them God. That is so true. I agree with you. So actual one is definitely a God other than. Hey, who's talking about rhythmic? Join in. What are you talking about here? Your arguments are so baseless. Your literal arguments are very baseless. Allah doesn't mean God. It's a later invention to make Allah as God. Ilah means God. Allah doesn't mean God. Ilah means God. And that is why La ilaha illallah. There is no God but God. If Allah means God, then there is no God but God, and that's oxymoron. You understand what it means? Allah is a perfect name of the God of Muhammad. It's a perfect name. It's a proper noun. You can't just say God. And I'm just looking at some of the because when there are lesser people, it's easier to answer all of them. So I'm going to try to answer some people as well here, if I can. So basically, what happens is you go by doubts after doubts after doubts after doubts to realize it's nothing. And okay, guys, check this. Check the name. Check the name of this guy. This is the same keyboard jihadi. The Muslim debater master. The Muslim debate master. All right, Mr. Muslim debate master. Would you like to come in and show us your mastership? Defeat me in a debate. The link is there in the live chat. Be brave. Be brave and click the stream link. Be brave. Ask Ya Ali Madad. Ask help from Ali. Ask help from Muhammad. Ya Muhammad, Madad. Muhammad won't help you. So maybe ask Allah for Madad. Ya Allah Madad. And then click the link and join the master of the debate, the champion. You know, Protestant believer, you know that he is a undefeated master in debate. You know why? Hey, Protestant believer, tell me. Let me give you. Let me give this question to everyone. Everyone here. Do you know this Muslim debater master is an undefeated debate master? Do you know that? Yeah, no. He's an undefeated debate master. You know what? You know why? Come on, guys, tell me. Who knows why? He's an undefeated debate master. You know why? Because he has never debated anybody. How can he be defeated in a debate? Because to be defeated in a debate, you have to debate. So he is an undefeated debate master. Oh man, what a idiot. Ah, okay. But come on. Like sometimes it really puzzles me how these people actually think so high of themselves and then they know nothing. Okay, let me send him to kiss the black stone of Allah as well. Go kiss the black stone. Come up with a new name. So called undefeated debate master. Mm. Ah, yeah, his location debate. He can't even click the link. And he's like, tell me, I'll come to Chicago. I'll come to Chicago. What is Chicago? What's in Chicago? And he thinks that if he tells the world that he lives in US, then we will be very impressed. All the Tom, Dick, and donkeys in the past 4 years went to US because they had open borders. So all the donkeys now are in US as well. No worries. In the next 2 years, Trump will remove all the donkeys very soon. He has already implemented what state of emergency in the southern border. So very soon the donkeys will be out. So Chicago, brother. He just said he is in Chicago and he wants me to come to Chicago. And and he thinks he's in America. Chicago. By the way, is it Chicago is a very cold area? I think Chicago is a very cold area. Anyhow, coming back to the same point, yeah, border is shut. Yes, uh, but all of these 14 million gotta be thrown out as well. 14 million. I think 14 million is a very small place, small number. The real number should be really, really high. It should be over 25 million. That's how much they imported the illegals into their country. That's quite silly. And so basically what happens is in the Quran and in Islam, moon has been revered so much. And that is why Allah's Noor is like a Noor of a moon. And that is why it's a moon god basically in reality. Why? Because moon is a male deity in a pre-Islamic period. It was always considered as a male deity, and sun was a female deity. And we all know females are usually hot, quotes and quotes hot. So sun is hot and moon is cold. So, male deity. That was a joke, by the way, if you understand what I mean. In chapter number 2, Surah Baqarah, 189, they ask you, Muhammad, about the crescent moon. Say, they are the measurement of the time for the people and for Hajj. And it is not the righteousness to enter the house from the back, but righteousness is the one who fears Allah and enters the houses from their doors, and fear Allah that you may succeed. So, if you fear Allah, do not enter the house from the back door. Always enter the house from the front door. If you use the back door, you don't fear Allah. But brother, I live in a basement of somebody and he has given me the key of the back door. So, brother, I can't use the key of the back door because if I use the back door, then I'm not the righteousness. I am not in the people of the righteousness. I don't fear Allah because I use the back door. I have to come from the front door, you know. Give me the key to the front door. No, no, no. You're a renter. You live in the basement. Basement door is the back door. No, brother, I can't use the back door. Then Allah is going to put me to hell because Allah said in the Quran, do not enter the house from the back door. The righteous people are the one who comes from the front door, brother. Hey, stupid. Go rent somewhere else. I can't give you my basement for rent, okay? Get lost. Like, I don't know, like, why would he say such a thing? Why would Allah say such a thing? That's just so silly. But the next part is not my problem at this moment. That's a silly, silly thing. The first part is the problem. Why is it a divine order to use the moon for the measurement of your days and nights? Why? Why can't I use any other system? Why can't I use the solar system to measure? Why is it that I have to use the lunar system? Because suddenly it's now a divine order. It's a divine order. You know, and then again, in those old days, people used to add a month after some number of years to fix the error in the lunar calendar year. You know, the lunar calendar always reduces 9 to 11 days a year and it goes backwards. It has like 9 to 11 days less than a normal solar calendar. And that's the same thing that was happening there, obviously. So, what happens is after every third year, they would add a month to fix this error. So, there would always be a 13 months year after every 3 years. And in the last 1 year of Muhammad, he finished that. And he got a divine order from his stupid, idiotic so-called God. Indeed, the number of the months with Allah is 12 in the register of Allah. So even Allah has a register in which Allah is calculating the months based on lunar calendar. Allah, the Lord of the universe, like literally the Lord of the universe, you know, the Lord of so many galaxies, and in so many galaxies, so many solar systems, and in so many solar systems, so many lunar systems, and in so many lunar systems, one moon of the earth. Allah has a register according to the moon of this earth. Allah has a register of the moon of this earth. Do you comprehend this? This God is so limited in its capabilities and abilities and his comprehension of this world that he has a register which is according to the moon of this earth. Do you know the vast expansion of this earth? Do you know how vast this earth is? And Allah has a lunar calendar. And in that lunar calendar, in his register, The months are 12 according to the lunar calendar. Tell me you don't believe that. Tell me that this is silly. This God cannot be God. It's not possible. Please tell me that. And if you can't tell me that, I'm so sorry. I'm literally so sorry that you guys still think that this is actually a God. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let me try to see if I can find a video to explain the theory of this whole thing. There was a video about describing the vastness of this earth, and I don't know where it is right now. Anyhow, it suddenly came up, and I don't have the video right now. But it is crazy. You can actually go and search on the internet on how this formation of this earth is, and how many. Whew, and they still think that Allah created this whole universe. And by the way, there is no word universe in the Quran. They just add it. If you see the word universe in the Quran in the translation, that's silly. The word for the universe is kaun, and there's not a single word for the universe mentioned in the Quran at all. And Allah uses a register of 12 months, which is running according to the moon of this earth, and hence everyone has to use the lunar calendar. And by the way, one more thing to note: Allah created this earth and heaven according to this lunar calendar, in which there are 12 months. Check this out. I'm not lying. Check. And he created the heavens or the earth according to this register, which works according to the 12 lunar months. He created the heavens on the earth. Of those, 4 are sacred. In those months, 4 months he placed sacred. This is the correct religion. So do not wrong yourself during them. Don't fight in those 4 months. And fight against the disbeliever collectively as they fight against you collectively. Know that Allah is with the righteous. There you go. He used like all of these things. And Nomad sent us this. Nomad, can you please send me in the Discord? I can't click the link here. So send it to me in the Discord, please. And I'll do that. So Nomad is just sending me a YouTube short, and as soon as you send me, I will show it to you. There you go. Okay. Now this is nice. Yes, this is nice. I like that. I'm gonna mute it so that you could actually see. So it starts from a house, Google house. Wow. So this is how vast this universe is. There you go. It's going up, and this earth, moon, and these lines are obviously not there. Sun, we are zooming out. Our Milky Way. Not no, we are not even out of Milky Way yet. We are still in one galaxy. And now there are this is our Milky Way, and this is 200 million light years away. And then we zoom out, and then there is a web of Milky Ways. There you go. A web of Milky Ways, like web of galaxies, not Milky Ways. Our galaxy is called Milky Way. So you're telling me that God of this universe, who created this huge mesh, a cosmic web, that's what it is called, a cosmic web of galaxies, not just one, not just two, thousands and millions and billions of galaxies. We can't even know, we can't even count them. And you know, that Allah, that God who created all this, and you know what? He has a register which works according to this earth and according to the moon which revolves around this earth. How is that possible in any way or form? When you look at this pictorial view, how is this possible that this God, so-called God, would use the rotation of the moon around the earth to calculate the time in his own register? In his own register. How is that possible? Ha ha ha. Okay, what is happening? Is there somebody else here? Okay, so you do understand and you do comprehend how silly it is going in doing that. Somebody is praising Allah. MashaAllah, Subhanallah, Subhanallah. And let's see. Wallahu, huh? Wallahu Allah kulli shayin qadir. MashaAllah. Wah, some Muslim. MashaAllah. Allah ki kudrat. Oh my goodness. Is wow, the people are praising Allah. Imagine if you are in the universe, you choosing to live in this like, oh, mashallah, subhanallah. I can't stop watching this. It is crazy to think trillions of other people in different galaxies. And then what? Allah ki kudrat. Unbelievable, man. These people, these are the people who would never read the Quran, who had never read the Quran. How can the creator of this absolutely huge universe will use a moon to calculate the calendar in his register? Man. Okay. I have no idea. These people who praise Allah, why don't they actually read the Quran? Because if they read the Quran, they will know that this person cannot be God. This thing cannot be God. It's not possible. How can you limit this? Salam Aran said there are only around 200 billion trillion stars. Only? You would put only before that? 200 billion trillion. So 200 billion trillion. So that would be what? What is the next level for trillion? Gitillion? Gazillion? So after trillion, there would be gazillion, right? So that would be what? 20 million quartillion. And what next? What comes after quartillion? I don't know. So 200 billion trillion would be what? You have to go above quadrillion, right? Because 1,000 trillion will be 1 quadrillion, but you have to say 200 billions of trillion, right? So that will be not quadrillion. You have to go 10 times up. So you don't even have a number system for that. So a lot of zeros. Yes, thank you, Martin. Thank you. Yeah, a lot of zeros. A lot of these zeros that we can't even, comprehend. Oh, there is sextillion as well. See, CTDT always knows the right thing. Yeah, he asked like He has to put sex in it as well, just like Allah. Everything is about sex. I'm actually trying to stay away from the word sex in my video today, but CDDT has to put it there. Sextillion, and then septillion, then octillion, then nonillion, and then decillion. But yeah, so when you read the Quran, you keep on getting confused, and the doubts keep on coming to you unless you realize that there is no end to it. Because no matter what you pick up, there is always a problem, and there are problems after problems. Why would now that we are talking about sextillion as well, why would the God of this universe will care so much about the sex of his prophet? Like, for example, we are talking about sextillion, by the way. So the God of this universe was so worried that his last and final prophet should be able to do a large sextillion. That's what that's why he revealed the verse. O prophet, indeed we have made lawful to you your wives to whom you have paid their due compassion, and those that you possess right handfully, from what Allah has returned to you as the captive of war. So enjoy them and do sextillion, not quartillion, not septillion, only sextillion. And the daughters of your parental uncle use them, and the daughter of your parental aunts use them, and the daughter of your maternal uncles use them, and the daughter of your maternal aunts use them, who immigrated with you use them, and believing women who give themselves to you, O Prophet, use them. Only for you. And it's not marry her, because that is why it's only for you. The marry her part is not there, just use them is there. Otherwise, then only Prophet could marry all of them. The rest of the people could not. So it's not marriage, it's hiba, it is a gift. Let's see what Pikhtal says. Pikhtal says, and believing woman, if he gives herself unto Prophet and Prophet desires to ask her, he also puts marriage. There's no word marriage. There you go. Hiba. وإن وهبت النفس نفسها للنبي إن أردنا النبي إن يستنكها خالصة لك. When Momina will give herself to you, you use them. You do yastankeha, have sex with them. Sextillion. And then, we certainly know that we have made obligatory upon concerning the wife of those you right hand possess. And so why would the God of this awfully huge universe would care so much about his prophet's sex life? You know, I would say the God of the creator of this universe would care about the creation that he made in this small planet out of so many planets that he has created, out of so many planets that he has already created for, and maybe he has created so many of earth type things that we can't even reach. How can you travel 200 million light years to go to a different galaxy? And then you would worry about sex life of a prophet, because it's specially for the prophet, not for the mankind. You need to understand that. Especially for the prophet. Khalisatan. Only specially for you. How can this be God? How can this be God? Don't you see? Don't you see that this is like a fake God? The utmost fake God in the history of fake gods? It is. I get amazed every day when I see some people saying this silly notion. And then some people would take this God and they do street fight. You know what a street fight is? Hey, who is old enough to remember the video game called Street Fight? Give me a one if you have played Street Fight. Street Fight or Street Fighter? I think it's called Street Fighter, right? Who knows? Who remember the Street Fighter fighter? Nomad does. Humankind does. Yeah, Street Fighter. Yeah, where it's Ken and Rio and all of them. Who knows all of? Okay, so I have a lot of ones. Not Taken. I'm not talking about Taken. Hey, Hussein Mashni, how are you? Join in if you can. So I'm too old for such game. Okay. All right. So let me show you Street Fight. There you go.
Quranic boom! Quranic boom! Tiger uppercut! Uppercut! Hadouken! You lose! Tiger uppercut! 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 You lose! Round 2. Uppercut, 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 uppercut. You lose. Hadouken, 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 Hadouken. You lose. Round 3. Tiger uppercut, 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 uppercut. Hadouken! Uppercut, uppercut. You lose. Tiger uppercut, 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 uppercut. Hadouken! 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 Uppercut, 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 uppercut.
Hello Habibis and Shikhntika lovers. If you would like to support Adam Seeker, please go to Patreon and show your support. www.patreon.com/Adam Seeker. We thank you all for your kindly support and enjoy the video. By the way, this was a commercial break. And also, please don't forget to comment and like and also subscribe. You know, it's free, Habibis. Don't be tight like Muhammad and Muhammad's father, Abdullah, and Abdullah's father. Anyway, let's don't go in there. God bless you all. Please go to Patreon and make your donations. Only if you would like to support. We don't force like Muhammad.
Thank you so much and welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the Street Fighter of the new time. And a short break. I'm back, your host, Adam Seeker. Hussein Mashni, welcome, brother. God bless you. And you may join if you like to. I see a lot of other people as well in the live chat that I haven't seen for a very long time. Soul Church, welcome back. A lot of other people as well. Welcome. Phil 211, welcome. Philippines 210 basically. Goes all the way to 11, but I like that. So open your eyes. Welcome. And I see a lot of people now. Welcome, guys. Yeah, I've been away for some time. Then I started, but a lot of people would not see my live streams because there were a lot of shadowing happening. I hope the shadow banning will reduce to some extent nowadays after the new orders from the new president of America that we support freedom of speech, and he enacted a lot of orders that he signed in and everything. So I'm doing my best, and let's see that. Every time you mention me, you say it has been a long time when I was here 2 days ago. It's always a long time to see you. Salam Aran, you are one of the very few earliest supporters and you know moderators of my channel. You know that, right? When my channel was really, really small, that is when you joined in. Then I don't know, like then I started my Urdu channel. Then I put a lot of focus in my Urdu channel, and I've been away for almost a year. Still, you were here. I came back and I saw you again here. So you are one of those very, very earliest subscribers and supporters and moderators of my channel. And we have never even seen each other. Imagine that. It's been like what, 5 years? So this long journey when I had what, less than 1,000 subscribers, I think, or maybe around 1,000 subscribers, 1,000 something, 1.5K. That's when you joined in. So it's been a long journey with you. So when I don't see you in one live stream or two live streams, and then suddenly I see you, it's always been a long time. That's how it works. So welcome. And Camila Harris is the secretary of the YouTube. MashaAllah, Subhanallah. That is why we are getting all of the censorship. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. So we need to get rid of that from YouTube as well. Camila Al Harris. We gotta remove that as well from this whole thing. So, but anyhow, yes, Salam Aran is one of the earliest YouTube modes of my channel. Hussein Mashni is the one who brought me into YouTube. Like if Hussein Mashni is the one who pushed me to do live streams, and he pushed me to open a channel. So he's the reason of pushing me into um, the YouTube world. So yeah, it's great. I hope you guys do enjoy uh, my talks and you learn from it. And I just try my best. Yes, Shizabo, you're always there as well. But you are quite recent as compared to those people. But yes, Shizabo, how can I ignore her? No matter where I go, somehow she finds me. I don't know how she finds me. Like it's kind of unbelievable. Like she just finds me in some odds channel as well, where I rarely go, but she finds me there as well. Just like Jibreel.
That's
So
cool.
he didn't know it was Gabriel. The angel didn't tell him it was Gabriel.
He did, sure.
Only later.
No, even at that time, right? But I mean, again, he doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? Because he didn't come from an Abrahamic faith.
Muhammad did not come from the Abrahamic faith. He did not know who Jibreel is. And hence, Muhammad was pagan. MashaAllah, Subhanallah, he was a pagan person. This reminds me to another thing that, at the end, if you look at it, like when an angel comes to somebody, he won't squeeze the person and get the mayonnaise out of the person. He won't squeeze it like a lemon. Why was Muhammad being squeezed like a lemon? Why is it? What's the purpose of squeezing Muhammad like a lemon? To prove that he was not a man but a Jibreel who was doing such a thing. It is quite interesting to know this particular fact, that this is how it was written. Amazing, right? Hakim Masood, I'm probably think that you are the same silly person, but I would love to answer this question if you would join in. I would love to answer this question. Come in and I'll answer, because it's a very, very important question. Why would Satan tell us to do good and forbid evil? Why would he tell us seek refuge in God and take Satan as enemy? You know, Hakim Masood, you do know that when you recite Ayatul Kursi after the Salah, that was given to you by the Satan as well. And Muhammad said in the Hadith that that was the Satan who told you this, but this is the correct thing that he told you. So every single time that you recite Ayatul Kursi right after Salah, according to your own prophet, that was Satan who gave it to the prophet, gave it to a Sahabi, a companion of prophet, and Muhammad said, yes, do it like this, but that was Satan who told you this. That's how it is. No, Mr. Pakistani, my English channel is not banned in Pakistan. My Urdu channel is banned in Pakistan. So my Urdu channel is still banned in Pakistan. This is my English channel. I have two different channels, you know, English and Urdu. And by the way, when you talk about do good and forbid evil in Islam, fighting the infidels is good. In Islam, making slaves and having sex with them is good. So that's pure evil according to me. In Islam, you can marry a small little girl and have sex with her. That's pure evil, but Islam calls it good. In Islam, when you take the money out for charity that you call zakat every year, zakat that you call it, but you can't give it to a non-Muslim, you have to give it to a Muslim. That's pure evil according to me. But according to Allah, that's how you should do it. Going to the Hajj by spending thousands and thousands of rupees and dollars and whatever currency that you live in, it's pure evil according to me. But for your Allah, that is actually absolutely good and not evil. You know, so the definition of good and evil is very different in Islam. Your Allah allows you to lie to the non-Muslims, to the non-believers. Your Allah allows you to lie to your wife, and your Allah allow you to lie to your friends. That's pure evil according to me, but according to your Allah, that is good. So the definition of good and evil is actually wrong in your mindset. So when Allah says do good, the good of Allah is actually evil. So that's the whole idea. It is wrapped in a sugar coating. So when you eat a very, very bad medicine, it's actually have a sugar coating on top of it. You feel it to be good, but in fact, it is really, really bad. And that's the reality of it. Reciting Ayatul Kursi is really bad. Because what is Allah doing with his kursi? Kursi means chair. What is Allah doing in a chair? Can Allah sit? Can he stand? Why does he even has a kursi? A chair. That is pure evil. It's a destruction. And that is what the Satan said. Do it right after the salah, right after the prayer. And your Muhammad said it is good. The Satan told you a good thing. You, the problem is the definition of good and evil according to you is very, very bad. So God is different and Allah is different. And Allah is a Satan. I can prove it to you if you join in. Yes, Allah is comparable to Satan. Absolutely, Allah is comparable to Shaitan. I challenge you, join in, and I will prove it to you that Allah is comparable to Shaitan. My challenge stands unanimously unless you challenge me. Come up, I will prove it to you that Allah is absolutely comparable with shaitan. Absolutely, without a doubt. Without a doubt, Allah is absolutely comparable with the shaitan. You know that. All right. Now you are gone again. You're the same guy, right? Now let me send you to Mecca to kiss the black stone for now. But your question was really good. I wanted to answer that. And I know that you will not join in. So let me just send you to Mecca to the black stone to kiss it. Do the kissy kissy of the black stone and join back when you can. Okay? I just answered you. And Hakeem Imran Saqib is running away from me like a dog as well, as we know. And he won't join in, even though that he promised that he will. But he's running away like what? Like a donkey without the horns? That actually doesn't make sense in English. In Urdu, it's like gade ke sar pe sing, horn on the donkey. But like in English, that translation of that thing doesn't make justice. Sorry. So in English, if we have to say what? Uh, running like a dog with the tail behind his legs. Yeah, that's more appropriate. That's an English phrase. Tail with running like a dog with the tail behind her legs. Oh my goodness, that is so good. I know English memes now. I'm the girl. Yeah, that's the whole idea, Houston. Just like the donkeys doesn't have a horn, so that's the slang street language kind of a thing, where we say like the horns on donkey, like the person is vanished like the horns on donkey, because there are no horns on donkey. So that's why the statement. So it's like you are running away like the horns on donkey means just like the donkey doesn't have a horn. So it's like a sarcastic way of saying that somebody runs away like a dog with the tail behind his legs. So it's the same kind of a thing. Like every single language have a different kind of street statements which you won't find in dictionary, but if you are living in that societal culture, you would know what it means. So that's why when I tried to do pure translation into English, it didn't make sense to you, but the people from Pakistan and India absolutely can make sense of it. All right, so I have a stream tomorrow. Yes, for all the Urdu speakers, don't worry. I'm a Sigma. Oh my goodness, Sigma. We have a teenager in the live chat as well. Adam is such a Sigma. Yeah, I'm a Sigma. What about Omega? I'm just a Sigma, not an Omega. We have a teenage language here as well running around. Sigma. Sigma. There's something else as well. What is it? Poopy something. I don't know. There are a lot of like teenage languages running around here nowadays. It's just crazy. Skibidi. Yeah, skibidi. Skibidi poop or poop skibidi. I don't know. These kids nowadays has created such a strange little language you don't even know. Skibidi, skibidi, skibidi doo, doo 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 doo, skibidi doo, skibidi doo, skibidi, skibidi, skibidi. And then I don't know, skibidi is a good word or a bad word. I have no idea, but like it's like what skibidi? Crazy, right? Did I miss Nadir Ahmad showing? Nadir Ahmad didn't even come. He ran away. He sent an email to Hatun Taj saying, no, I will try to do a 15 minutes debate with you. I will try to do this and that. Hey, dude, I already gave you a challenge. So join in. You said that you can't do 15 minutes. I said 1 minute. 1 minute is sufficient for your old brain to not fart and understand what I'm saying and reply to me accordingly. So now Nadir Ahmad is running away like a horn on the donkey. See, Houston, now did I say it right? Now you understand? So Nadir Ahmad is running away like a horn on the donkey because there are no horns on the donkey. Now you understand why what this statement means? So I had challenged him, and then he was babbling so much about it. Allah is a Satan according to Quran, but now he's running away, and that's what it is. So yeah, I put up an open live stream for the people to join in, but seems like the Muslims are running away. Let me see how many people dislike the video so to see how many people came in and ran away like a horn on the donkey. You know, you guys need to start saying that in English as well because otherwise there's no point. Come on, you guys have to do it. So I have 4 dislikes. So at least 4 Muslims were here, probably more, but 4 were here without a doubt. And no, for my English channel, you don't need any VPN. You don't need to change location for my English channel. If the Pakistani, that's only for the Urdu channel. Yeah, Shiza Bob, like that guy is literally such a liar. It's not possible for him to join in, and he won't. He simply cannot. It's not possible for him to join in. Hmm. He he's an old fart, by the way. You know, and then like skibidi toilet. He's a skibidi toilet. Shiza Bob. Like if you ever go to somewhere where he is, tell him that Adam said that you are a skibidi toilet. Okay, so anybody who sees Nadir Ahmed in the live chat, remember to tell him that he's a skibidi toilet. I know skibidi toilet is somehow teenagers' bad word, you know. So he's a skibidi toilet. Okay, yeah, you can say that to him on my account whenever you meet him. Meet him, I mean see him in the live chat. So no, CT, unicorn is not a donkey. Come on, unicorn is between the donkey and a horse with wings. You know, Muhammad saw the unicorn in Aisha's house when Aisha was making unicorn of wood with wings. And as soon as Muhammad saw this unicorn, a few days later, Muhammad had Barak, smaller than a horse, bigger than a donkey with wings. So Muhammad gets inspiration through the toys of Aisha as well. And then that Burak flew him everywhere. So that's not a donkey. It's like, it's Pegasus. No, man, that's a Pegasus. Pegasus. So yeah, seems like it's been quite a long time when I used to do the streams in the early part of my live streams when they were like an English channel when we had like quite a few viewers and I was able to respond to the people quite frequently, just like I'm doing it today. In Urdu channel, it's kind of little difficult to respond to the persons. Um, but anyhow, Blackpink, thank you so very much. Blackpink has always been here. And once again, a big thank you to Jennifer with a huge super chat, which I have never seen on my channel before. So thank you, Jennifer, for such a huge super sticker. Appreciate it. Again, oh, she said something. Adam Seeker, a state of art which will never be cloned and never be born. Love, 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 love. God bless. Thank you, Jennifer. Appreciate it. God bless you for such a huge donation here on YouTube. Appreciate it. And thanks for such nice, appreciative words. Thank you so very much. Oh, flying carpet is from the Aladdin, Lydia. That's from Aladdin. Muhammad knew about the Aladdin, but instead of Aladdin, Muhammad put it in as a Solomon. It was Solomon. And we have some Elegant pie? All right, let's see. Mr. Elegant Pie,
I have a question for you.
are you a Muslim?
Sorry?
Are you a Muslim?
Um, Actually, I'm not a practicing Muslim, but I just have faith in God.
I don't care about God. Are you a Muslim? Do you have faith in Allah and the Prophet Muhammad?
Mm, yes, you can say I have faith in God because
I don't care about God, man. I care about Allah. Do you believe in Allah and His Prophet Muhammad?
yes,
Okay, so you are a Muslim.
yeah, of course.
So why do I have to ask you the same thing 10 times? Why can't you simply say yes, I'm a Muslim?
I wanted to ask you something.
Yeah, but like I only speak with a Muslim. So once
Okay,
again, let me
okay,
let me ask you again. Are
okay.
you a Muslim?
Yes,
Do you offer prayers?
sometimes.
Okay, recite to me any surah that you remember.
Um, Surah Al-Fatiha.
Okay.
Okay. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
So is this how you are supposed to recite Surah Fatiha?
Everybody has his own style to recitate the Quran. It doesn't matter
Recitate the Quran.
how do you, how do you recite the Quran.
It doesn't matter, right?
Yeah,
Why
it
did
doesn't matter.
you recite it this manner?
Mm,
Is this the method of your prophet?
I don't have enough knowledge how did the Prophet recite the Quran, but the
Nobody
most of
has
the
this knowledge, right? But you are just doing it because you heard somebody doing it this way.
yeah, that's the
Okay, what's your question? Forget about all that. You guys have no knowledge whatsoever. Yes, what's the question?
Mhm. The question was that if everything qualifies with the help of rationality, so how it's possible to
Who
uh,
told you this? So your underlying base argument is so silly. When did I ever say everything has to qualify through rationality? So your underlying base argument to begin with is stupid.
because I
You
have
can't define everything through rationality. Not everything can be defined through rationality.
the thing is that the agnostics ask the most of the time the same question and the fundamental question about the
So you have
existence.
to so so okay. So why are you asking me about something which agnostic ask?
I want to know your opinion about the existence and the beginning of the God.
Go ask an agnostic, not me.
So
You are a
what do you,
Muslim, but that's what you have to ask an agnostic. That's perfectly fine. But you are a Muslim. Why don't you tell me your opinion about existence and the beginning of your God Allah, for which you just recited Surah Fatiha, because Surah Fatiha, the first word says, all praises be to Allah, the Lord of this universe. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. You just said that. So why don't you tell me and define this answer for your God Allah?
actually I believe in the spirit and spirituality because I believe in
Now
the
you don't
existence.
believe in the spirit and spirituality because when you are reciting Surah Fatiha, there is no spirit and spirituality in it. Number one. Number two, when you offer prayer, there is no spirit and spirituality in it. Number three, as a Muslim, there is nothing called spirituality in the Quran. Number four, you defined yourself as a Muslim and you do offer prayer according to your statement just 5 minutes ago. So you don't believe in spirit, you don't believe in spirituality. If you do, give me a verse from the Quran about the spirituality.
So how do you rationalize Islam and
Forget that part. You are changing the subject like a frog jumping from one leaf to another. You believe in God named Allah. Now tell me about his rationality and the beginning about your God.
Mm, I believe in a way that that our souls are connected with the God. They are interconnected.
Okay, tell me where does it say in the Quran and where does it say that in the Hadith? I'll give you Quran and Hadith both. Tell me.
Uh, But actually, it's my belief. And when I was a small
I
kid,
don't care about your
my
belief, brother. Then
grandmother told me
then
that.
then say then
Yeah,
say that
yeah.
Allah is stupid and he had no idea and you believe more than Allah and know more than Allah. Say it. And then I can talk with you on agnostic level.
Mm, yeah. Actually,
Say it.
my grandmother told me that when I was a small kid.
Brother, your grandmother must be a very good lady, and I'm not talking to your grandmother, I'm talking to you, right?
Yes,
Okay. So your grandmother is not here, correct?
I believe she's in the paradise.
Whatever you believe, it doesn't make any difference. So if this makes you happy, that's perfectly fine. I don't know about your grandmother. She might be, she might not be. I don't know. I don't know her. Do I know her?
No,
Perfect. Do you know everything that she did in his life, in her life?
what I know from my childhood,
Okay,
she was
but do you know every single aspect of her life?
like 50%.
No, you don't even know 50%. You were not even born when she spent more than 70% of her life. So once again, having a belief gives you hope, and I'm perfectly fine that you have a good hope for your grandmother, but that has nothing to do with our discussion, and you are derailing the discussion. That's why I brought this up. So please don't derail the discussion. Okay, come back to your first question that you imposed here as an atheist, as an agnostic on me.
Did the God
Can you define this question for Allah and Muhammad, please?
did the God never created the souls of people?
This is not even the subject. You said all souls are connected. Define that from the Quran and the Hadith.
Because the God has said in the book that he created the Adam and the Eve.
Okay, God created Adam and Eve. Did he say the soul of Adam and Eve is connected and all the souls of the children of Adam and Eve are connected? Did he ever said that?
I am not a scholar and I have
You
not.
don't have to be scholar, but you at least have to know the verses that you believe in. So you believe in something which is not even the part of the Quran or the Hadith, yet you are claiming it with me over here. Why do you even believe in this God, the God that don't even agree with your statements?
Because the souls are the creation of the creator who is the mighty creator, so it makes a rationalism.
Okay, so your soul, so mighty creator also created a dog and a pig. So your soul is connected with dog and the pig, right?
No.
Why not? Because all of the souls were created by God. That's the rationale that you gave me right now. If the
Ye-
rationale is that because God created all souls, and you just said that the soul of a dog and a pig and a donkey and a snake and a elephant is also created by God. So your soul is connected with a dog and a pig.
that's impossible because you are mixing
No,
animals
I'm
with the
not
human.
mixing. Why? You
And
are also an animal.
no,
You are part of animal kingdom.
no, I am a human being.
What? Okay. What's so human beings are plants, right?
Sorry,
Human beings are plants.
no.
So they are not animals.
When you talk about species,
Are we part of animal kingdom? Yes or no?
yes, we are part of the
Perfect.
animal kingdom,
So
but
so
but our
basically, but
DNA genetic DNA is
every animal's DNA is different. Your even your DNA is different than mine. My DNA is different than yours. So once again, Allah doesn't know about DNAs. That's a separate thing. Now coming back to the same point, where did you get this idea that all souls are connected?
because if you create something, so
Like I
definitely
created a dog as well as an animal, and I created you as an animal. So both of your souls are connected then. You are contradicting your own self, let alone Quran and Hadith.
because God never said that He is not interconnected.
So God, so perfect. Then your soul is connected with dogs and donkeys as well.
As a courtesy,
Let me
I
tell you
can feed
something.
them.
Let
I
me
can
tell you
feed them.
something.
I
Let
can
me tell
feed
you something.
them. I can feed
No,
them.
no, yeah, and I can feed you. I can feed you. I can feed you. I can feed you. You don't have to say something 3 times. It doesn't
How?
makes it right.
How you
Okay.
can feed me?
Yeah, I can feed you. I can feed you. I can feed you. So the whole idea is, my friend, the thing is that something new that you need to create, the negation does not need to be present. If a question has never arisen, nobody thought about this question, then that question cannot be negated. For example, if you are doing this logic, then I can say that earth is flat according to Allah, and you'll be like, no, you can't find it in Quran. But I'll say, Quran never said that it is not flat. Do you see the problem in your argument, or do I have to say it again?
Religion never claims that about the scientific discoveries and
I
invention.
don't care about that. Okay, I don't care about that. Quran talks about earth. Quran talks about creation of earth. Quran talks about earth. Quran talks about moon. Quran talks about star. Okay.
So
So
maybe as a
once again, the whole idea is that you are claiming something that is not part of your deen, but you are claiming it without any reference, and now you are asking me questions based on something that you claimed without any evidence. You can't ask me a question for which you can't even provide your own evidence.
are there any scientific discoveries and inventions which are mentioned in the Quran?
According to me, Quran has no scientific miracles, it has scientific issues. So everything that the science discovered, which is now known as facts, are mentioned incorrectly in the Quran. Every single thing. Like for example, before you came here, I was talking about the subject where Allah is saying that moon, within the moon there is light. Moon does not have light in it. It's a wrong statement in the Quran. So moon does not have light in it. It reflects the light of the sun. So every single thing that Quran mentioned, which we as people of knowledge have discovered scientifically, is stated incorrectly in Quran.
What I believe that religion most of the time impacts on our aspects of life, and it deals with our life, afterlife, and death and birth.
And I do agree with you on that. And that is why Islam is something that we need to stay away from, because every single thing that Islam has taught brought misery, death, and destruction on the planet Earth. Every single thing, no matter what you pick up, it has only brought misery, death, and destruction on this planet Earth. So I don't know.
You mean by
The
the
beginning,
You mean the
uh,
ideology of the religion or the practice of the people?
practice of the Quranic ideology that is preached by Muhammad has brought destruction, death, and misery on planet Earth.
So, what about other religions?
So, do you agree with me on this statement? Then I can go to other religions as well.
If we see this world, and
Mhm.
when we see the history, and we see the present, we see the destruction and savage and
Savagery
the
of so many people, yes, I agree. But
lust, desire,
lust and all of
power.
this is in and all of this is taught by Quran and Muhammad, and that's exactly what you're doing. So if somebody does this as his own, then that person is wrong. But if somebody does that because his deen and his religion teaches that, then the deen and the religion caused it to do it. That's the difference. So when you say that Islam preach something good and the deen and religion teaches you how to live morally in this world, then deen Islam is gives the worst moralities ever in the history of all the religions that are present on this earth.
So according to you, which religion suits our modern challenges of the life?
I will give you that, but first you have to agree or disagree with my statement so that we could finish one part before we jump into another. Like, imagine you brought up seven subjects so far, and you are jumping like a frog from one tree, one leaf to another, to another, to another, to another. I don't do things like this. Like, I literally have already allowed you to jump 3, 4 times because you
I
first
agree.
came in for God, then you
I
came
agree
in
with
for
you
the
on
human
this.
soul.
I
So you
agree.
agree. So now
I
now
ag-
say to me that Allah is a false God and Muhammad is a fake prophet. Say it.
I agree with you that the people of the book do not practice according to the scripture.
I don't care what the people of the book do or does not do. What I'm asking you is simple. If you agreed with my last statement, then agree and say Allah is a fake God and Muhammad is a false prophet. Say it.
I don't believe in that.
Okay. Then tell me, then there is no next question until we finish that. My statement is that Deen Islam and the teachings of Muhammad about his Islam brought misery on this earth, death and destruction on this earth. Tell me one single teaching of Muhammad which does not do this. One, not 10, not five, one, which is good for the entire humanity. Give me one single teaching of Muhammad and Islam which is good
M-
for the entire humanity.
Muhammad has said that if you kill one person, that it means that you have killed all the humanity.
No, Muhammad never said that.
He said that.
No, he does not.
Maybe you haven't read the Quran.
I have read the Quran cover to cover multiple times.
Um, He teaches people to respect your parents, your elders,
No, he does not say that.
your
No, he
neighbors,
does not say that. No,
to
he does
love your
not say that.
neighbors,
No, he
and
does not say that.
to feed the birds and animals.
No, he does not say that. He did say feed the birds and animals, but not the first part that you are claiming.
And to respect your parents,
No, he does not say that.
and to love your countrymen,
No, he does not say that. There is nothing called country in the Quran. Zero. Nada. So
and
every single thing that you are saying is false. Every single thing. Okay, let us go one by one and let us learn that what you have been taught is a lie. Okay?
and to
First
give
of
high
all,
status and to give
let's
high
forget
status
that.
to women
Forget.
and to respect the chastity of the women.
Okay, all of these statements are ignorant and stupid and wrong. And let me prove that one by one. How about that? Okay, let's deal with the parent part first. And then we will go to the woman part, because woman part we will deal with in the very end, because woman part is longer and it's going to take a lot of things for me to show you. But let's take one thing at a time. Parents, you talk about parents. Is there a single verse in the Quran which talks about respect your parents?
I'm not a scholar.
No, there is none. It's all about obey your parents. You do understand there's a difference between obeying and respecting?
Like, in a sense, you can say that if you
No,
obey,
it's not in a sense, not in a sense, not in a sense, not in a
Okay.
sense. Do
Okay.
you know there is a difference between, okay, you have a boss that you work for, okay? The boss is the most ugliest, stupid, mean idiot, and you don't respect him at all, but you have to obey him, correct?
Yes, of course.
Okay. So obeying is not equal to respecting.
Yeah, in a way, it's correct.
Perfect. So number one, obeying is not equal to respecting, correct?
Yes,
Okay. Now let's talk about parents. To obey them always. You don't even have to obey your parents if they are non-Muslim. You know that?
I didn't know that.
Okay. Quran chapter number 58, verse number 22. Let me read it for you and let me bring it on screen for you as well so that we can all read. All right. Let's read. You will not find a people who believe in Allah and the last day having affliction for those who oppose Allah and Muhammad, even if they were their fathers or their sons or their brothers or their kinders. Can you read the verse, brother?
You will not find a people who believe in Allah and the last day having affection for those who oppose Allah and His Messenger, even if they were their fathers or their sons or their brothers or their kindred.
So now, do you even have to obey your parents if they are non-Muslim? First
Yes,
of
you
all,
have.
in the Quran, you don't even have to respect them. Number one, you just have to obey them. But if they are non-believers, they don't agree what Allah said, they don't agree that Muhammad is the prophet, do you even have to obey them then? You don't
Mm,
even have to love them, right?
Does it not affect the individual acts
There is nothing called
children
individual act.
of the
It just
children?
say you can't love them at all. You can't even give affection to them.
So, like, if my mother is a Christian. So, like,
Mhm.
I cannot visit my mother,
You can't even show affection. You can't even show love to them. Allah is saying that.
but
Tell
she's my
me,
mother. But she's my mother. She loves me.
ask Allah why He said such a stupid thing in Quran. I'm showing you Quran, chapter number 58, verse number 22. I'm showing you Quran. Either
That
Quran is right or you are right. One of the like, this is already on screen. You don't have to go somewhere else to search on it. Tell me Quran is wrong, because it's talking about affection, showing love. And it's not even love, it's affection. Just a little bit of affection. Just a little bit of affection. Not even the full
that
love. There's nothing is like, it doesn't even say hub. It's just a little bit of affection.
that's very strange. Like,
That's Quran. It's not strange. You are listening to idiots. You are not reading your own Quran.
if I have affection and if I love my obey my parents
If
or
they are
respect my parents,
non-Muslim, if they are non-Muslim, then you
yeah,
are the fuel of hellfire.
that's impossible.
It's right here in front of you. Let me show you another verse. It's multiple times. Let me give you one more. Chapter number 9, verse number 23 and 24. It says, O you who believe, do not take your fathers as your friends or your brothers as your friends if they have preferred disbelief over belief. And whoever does so among you, then he is on the wrongdoer. Zalimun.
الظالمون
what is the destination of Zalimin? Hell, right?
Yeah,
What
that's right. That's right. But is it possible that because when it was the advent of Islam and people who were
if
Jews and
you
Christians,
if you show affection to your parents and your brothers and your sisters who are non-Muslim, then you are among the Zalimin and your tikana is hell. And that's exactly what happened when the people were fighting the Battle of Badr and the Battle of Uhud, and especially the Battle of Fateh Makkah. Muhammad said these verses, basically, especially from before the Battle of Hunain as well, that don't even take them as allies. They are coming to fight. So, like, irrespective, you know what happens in chapter number 60, verse number 1? One of the family members and mothers and fathers of one of the Sahabi was in Makkah, and Muhammad was preparing for the battle of conquest of Makkah, and he's gathering the people. So this Sahabi sent a letter to his family that Muhammad is coming to destroy you, run away from Makkah. And Muhammad caught the slave who was taking the letter, and he sent these verses and he said, "Are you idiot? They are among the Zalimin. We are going to attack them, destroy them, and if you find in your heart that those people are your friends, you are among the Zalimin, you will be in hell just like them." This is the context, brother. Muhammad was fighting, Muhammad was attacking them. He had to prepare his people to sword the necks of their own family members because they are among the kafirun. And they are not coming here to attack them. Muhammad and his people are going there to attack them. So, first of all, this is something that was so stupid for you to claim, and unfortunately, you do not know that. Okay. Secondly, you said if you kill a man, it is as if killing the whole mankind. This is a statement for the Bani Israel or the Yahudi to whom your prophet hated. Allah is claiming here that I said to them in the Zabur, in their kitab, we ordain Allah Bani Israel, to the people of Israel, to whom you wants to destroy, by the way. Because of that, we decreed upon children of Israel. Forget the because that's a past context. I'm not even going to look the context, but understand what it is. Because of that, we decreed upon children of Israel that whoever kills a soul for a soul or corruption in the land, it is as if he has slain mankind entirely. And whoever saves one, it is as if he has saved the whole mankind. Now, this is said to the children of Israel. What is said to the Muslimin is in the next verse. And it is said to the Muslimin. Indeed, the plenty who wage war against Allah and His Messenger. How can you wage war against Allah and His Messenger? When you say Allah is a false God, Muhammad is a false prophet, because you can't fight with Allah. You can't even see Allah. There is no Allah. So basically, wage war here is what? When you become a murtad, or when you don't accept the Muslimin to become Muslim. It's in the tafsir of this verse as well. Strive upon earth corruption, but none, as they have been crucified or killed, and their hands and feet be cut off from the opposite side, or they be exiled from the land. So, my friend, Quran never says to the Muslimin, do not kill a soul except for a soul. Because here in this verse as well, there is said one thing, which is corruption in the land. According to Islam, corruption in the land means the one who does not accept Allah and Muhammad. He just says that corruption in the land means death penalty to the death penalty. But corruption in the land, fasad fil ard, anyone who is a non-Muslim, he is spreading fasad fil ard. So my friend, tell me, how can you claim that this is being said and hence Islam is right when this is not said according to context? It is not said to the Muslimin, it is said to the Jews, Bani Israel. and then you are done, my friend. How can we believe in this kind of a silly God who would ask me to do such a silly thing?
Actually, one of my friend was telling me that if we come to rationality, then we don't have the Islam.
Is this rational?
Actually, these verses which like corruption and Israel, I didn't understand even a single. I didn't understand this verse completely. What Allah is saying.
What's so difficult to understand here is simple English. If you leave your accent
Hmm.
and forget about thinking how you speak in an accent and try to read it and comprehend it, it's very simple. It's not even said to the Muslimin. It doesn't say we have said to the Muslimin. It doesn't say innamal muslimin or innamal lazina amanu. It just says that we decreed it to the children of Israel. The Sharia of the children of Israel is gone.
So why it's written over there that and our messengers had certainly come to them with clear proofs.
Yeah, so all of the messengers that the Quran talks about is for the children of Israel. Which messenger Quran talks about which is not to the children of Israel?
So Muhammad was not from the sons of
Exactly.
Abraham.
That's
Abraham,
why
Uh,
no, Muhammad has nothing to do with Ibrahim.
but the
Okay, tell me
scholars,
something.
but
Tell
the
me something.
scholars say that the
Scholar, forget what
grandfather,
scholar says.
the grandfather of Muhammad is Abraham.
Grandfather. So
So
Muhammad had
sorry,
a
sorry, the grand.
okay. So Muhammad is like three ancestors below Ibrahim.
Like some Molvi says that it's like 14 generations.
14 generations. Oh my goodness. Really? Okay. Let me ask you something. According to your small knowledge, when was Ibrahim born? Like Ibrahim was 90 years before Muhammad?
I have
14
I
generations, what, like 250 years, 300 years?
like I have no idea, but if I make a guess, then it's about almost like 3,000 to 3,500 years.
Okay, 4,000 years, right? In 4,000 years, you have only 14 generations?
So, like one
There
of
are at
the
least three generations within 100 years.
yes, that's correct.
Okay, so now 4,000. How many hundreds are in 4,000?
40.
40. And if 100 years have three generations, how many generation will it make?
It will make it will make up to 120 generations.
Okay. So there has to have 120 people between Ibrahim and Muhammad, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And your Molvi said 14. Don't you think that is so stupid and ignorant and this is not possible?
Yeah, he did a big mistake. He
No, no.
is
Everyone does a mistake because Muhammad cannot be proven from Ibrahim. Secondly, your Molvis also claim that Muhammad is from Ishmael, right?
yeah, because the father was Abraham.
Forget Ibrahim. So Ishmael is the son of a slave woman, correct?
Uh, no, I think so. Her mother name was Hajra alayhi
Yeah, so
salam.
Hajra was a slave girl.
Who told you that?
Your Muhammad.
That's impossible.
Okay, let's read. Sahih al-Bukhari 3358. Sarah, while Abraham and Sarah, his wife, were going on a journey, tyrant named Abraham asked the sister sacrifice. Sarah went out confused. Sarah asked Allah, and Vagera, Sarah asked Allah again, etc. The tyrant gave Hajra, a girl servant, to Sarah. The tyrant king gave Hajra, a slave girl, basically they translated it as servant, slave girl to Sarah. Sarah came back to Abraham. While he was praying, Abraham gestured his hand asking, what happened? She replied, Allah has spoiled the evil plot of infidel and gave me Hajra for service. Abu Huraira answered that the Hajra was the mother of Bani Sama. There you go. So Muhammad, so Abraham, if I take this translation as a slave servant, a girl servant, not a slave, your so-called Abraham had a wife and she had a servant girl, and your Abraham had sex with the servant girl to give you Ishmael.
Actually, you are using very derogatory remarks and you're disrespecting the wife of the Prophet.
How am I?
According,
Listen, this is your Sahih Bukhari saying, not me. Excuse me. The derogatory remarks are in Sahih Bukhari. Why are you blaming me? You gotta blame Sahih Bukhari, not me. Who the hell am I to say something when it is written in Sahih Bukhari? That is the Arabs, the descendant of Ishmael, is Hagar's son, and Hajra or Hagar is a servant girl given to Sarah by the tyrant. I'm not saying that. How am I saying anything derogatory? You have an issue. You have an issue with Sahih al-Bukhari, not with me.
actually, the
And
name,
your own
actually,
prophet, because this is what your prophet said. I did not. Your prophet said that he is a son.
it's a corrupted hadith because the name is
Sahih
Hajra
al-Bukhari is
and over it's written Hajar. It's written Hajar.
okay. Read the Arabic Hajara. This is an English translation, just like you guys always translate things in an English manner. The Arabic is Hajara. Ha alif, ha zabar, alif, jim zabar, ra zabar. Read it.
Hajra.
Thank you.
But how it's possible that a wife is a slave of the Prophet?
No, it's not even a slave. It's not even a slave. You read the translation. It says servant.
But she was the wife, right?
Ibrahim,
But she
no,
was the wife, right?
No, Sarah was the wife. Ibrahim had sex with the servant of Hajra to give Ishmael. So all of you and your prophet are a lineage of adultery. According to
You
Sahih Bukhari, not me. According to Sahih Bukhari. According to Sahih Bukhari, not me.
you can use the word coitus because she was the wife and he had
It's not the
coitus.
wife. It doesn't say it's a wife. Never. Never. It says servant, girl servant. Sarah is the wife. We just read that. Sarah is the wife.
You are
Okay.
blatantly disrespecting our Prophet's
Wife.
wife.
Sarah is the wife. Hajra is not even the wife. Show me where Hajra is wife.
You are absolutely flagrantly disrespecting and disregarding the status
Sahih al-Bukhari is disrespecting, not me. Why are you blaming me?
because most of the hadiths are corrupted.
Okay, then prove it to me that Sahih Bukhari is corrupted. Sahih Bukhari is corrupted. Guys, listen, Sahih Bukhari is now corrupted. So prove it to me, Sahih Bukhari is corrupted.
Like how dare you to disrespect a woman who is the wife of the Prophet Abraham?
Brother, I am not forget. Okay, listen. Now you are playing a circular victim card. It means you have nothing more to say. If you have nothing more to say and you have nothing else to prove, you can tell me that you will going to research on it. I just showed you that she was a slave, rather not even slave, servant girl, and your Abraham did a zina because
As-
Hajra was never the wife. You have to prove
Astaghfirullah.
it.
La hawla. Astaghfirullah.
That's what your Sahih Bukhari says.
So I'm shocked by your
Because of the
statements.
jealousy, let me give you another hadith. Sahih Bukhari 3365. Another hadith. When Abraham had difference with his wife, singular, not wives, because of her jealousy of Hajra, the mother of Ishmael, Hajra who bore him Ishmael, and she was not a slave. She was not a wife, but a slave. He took Ishmael and his mother. He did not say Ishmael and his wife, says Ishmael and his mother, and went away. They had water skin with them containing some water. Ishmael's mother, not his wife Hajra, Ishmael's mother, used to drink water from the water skin so that the milk water would increase to the child. When Ibrahim reached Makkah, he made the sitter under a tree. After Ishmael's mother followed him when he reached the Kaaba, so he called behind, "Oh Ibrahim, to whom, vagara, vagara, drinking from water." When the water was all being upped and etc., I'd better go. She Safa Marwa, etc., etc. She could not endure dying, etc. Between Safa Marwa again, I'd better go back, etc., etc. Wise Jibrail hit earth, etc., etc. If she left water, etc., etc. Ishmael mother started. Abraham, some people, tribe of Judaism, etc. So they sent a messenger in search of vagara, vagara. Ishmael mother will allow you to do this. Later on, this boy reached. Then an idea occurred to Ibrahim. So now imagine. Then an idea occurred to Abraham, which he disclosed to his wife, and they wanted to make it clear. They put Sarah. I went to call on my dependents. I left at Makkah. He did not say, I want to go to Makkah where there is my wife and children. Dependent, wife, Sarah. When he went there, he greeted Ishmael's wife and said, "Where is Ishmael?" She replied, "He has gone hunting." Ibrahim said, "When he comes, tell him to change the threshold of the gate." When he came, she told him to do it. Ishmael said to you, "Where is the threshold of your family?" Again, Ibrahim thought of visiting his dependent, whom he had left at Makkah, and told his wife, Sarah, of his intention. Ibrahim came to Ishmael's house and asked. Every single time you will see in the hadith, it's Ishmael's wife, which is the wife of Ishmael, that's separate. Ishmael's mother and Sarah, the wife. Your prophet is from the lineage of ancestry, not ancestry, sorry, zina, adultery. Not me saying, Sahih al-Bukhari saying, multiple hadiths I can show you. I just showed you two. How many of the hadiths will you claim to be incorrect or da'if?
Now you are using blasphemous words against our prophet.
I am not using it. Sahih al-Bukhari used it.
I think this narrator is a corrupted and evil-minded guy.
Perfect. Then leave this cult, because this is the narrator who gave you everything about Islam. This is Sahih al-Bukhari, not Da'if al-Bukhari.
I think I
So
have to
say
ask. I have to
so
ask
say
these
that
critical
Muhammad.
questions to the Mufti. Maybe I have to go one
So
time to
you
the
you don't
Mufti
even have your own brain that you have to ask a mufti.
because
Where
the
is your
thing
brain,
because it's it's sometimes most of the hadiths are completely corrupted.
brother? The whole religion, Islam, is completely corrupted.
And what about Chinese people like the Buddhism?
Brother, why does it matter what Buddhism is? If it is wrong, it is wrong. If it is right, it is right. Does it matter to Islam? No. I'm talking about Islam. Your prophet, who is from the lineage of adultery. Leave that prophet. What does it matter whether the Buddha is a good guy or a bad guy when I'm talking about Muhammad?
Actually that's a shocking information for me that you're telling me that he is from a slave woman's ancestry.
Not even slave, servant. Your translators put servant instead of slave. They put servant. Servant is somebody who comes to your home and cleans your home.
S-
So let me go back to your translator. The translators actually made it even bad. Hajra, the servant to Sarah. So the Sarah's servant Abraham had sex with bore Ishmael, and he did not even call her wife. He was calling Sarah the wife, and her the mother of his child.
That's really shocking and disgraceful, and you can use the word coitus.
No, there is nothing called coitus. The coitus is interruptus. If the coitus interruptus had happened, your prophet would never have been born if he was from the lineage of Ishmael. So I wish and I hope that there would have been some coitus interruptus. But whether I say it in Arabic as zina or English as adultery or coitus, does it make any difference? Aren't they synonyms? And the guy ran away. He just left the stream yard. Man, I just warmed up. This was a warm-up session. He ran away so fast. Come on, man. Why would you run away so fast? I just started. I had to answer you the rest of the four things that you mentioned about Muhammad doing the good things about Islam. I yet has to talk about the so-called women rights. Come on, man. Come back. Let's talk about women rights now. Women rights. Islam gave so many rights to the woman. Hello. This guy. Oh man, that was not good. That, uh, pretty bad. Uh, Guys, like I just uh, I'm telling you the things with reference and with everything, and I don't know. He started blaming me rather than thinking that yeah, he was decent. At least we had a nice discussion instead of how we used to have very you know destructive and bad discussions in Pakistan. At least we had some nice discussion. Blackpink said, out of court. Yeah, I made a sixer, right? Is that what you mean? I don't know. Probably that was the reference for that. Thank you, Blackpink, for your super sticker. And you made another super sticker. Appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Uh, and I would like people to come up and talk. We are here. And I will only talk according to what is written in your deen. No, calling Bukhari Daif doesn't make him out of Islam. I asked him to say that Allah is a false God and Muhammad is a false prophet. He was already kind of ashamed of his deen. He he was reluctant in saying that he was a Muslim. This was, you know. But what can we do? We can just show them what is it there. We can help them to think. And at the end of the day, it's up to them whether they want to accept what is right or reject what is actually right. So we can only show them there is no respect for the parents in Islam. You have to obey your parents. Yes, respect is not there. If you have seen the word respect, do let me know. I can't find it. Maybe you will. And rights of a woman, there are no rights for the woman in Islam. They're like zero, nada, absolutely none. So I don't know. I'll ask my editor to cut this live stream part where I debated this guy and we'll put it up as well as a separate short video so that people will know. But yeah, like I said before, if you study the Quran and understand it, there is no way that the writer of this Quran can be God. There's no way. It's not possible. And while I take a short break, allow me to entertain you with a short dance.
Hello Habibis and Sheikh lovers. If you would like to support Adam Seeker, please go to Patreon and show your support. www.patreon.com/Adam Seeker. We thank you all for your kindly support and enjoy the video. By the way, free Habibis, don't be tight like Muhammad and Muhammad's father, Abdullah, and Abdullah's father. Anyway, let's don't go in there. God bless you all. Please go to Patreon and make your donations. Only if you would like to support. We don't force like Muhammad.
We don't force like Muhammad. Absolutely. So guys, I so far so good, and I wanted to do a nice long stream, and I think I have achieved that in English channel. In English channel usually I do 90 minutes to 2 hours. I have achieved almost 3 hours. But I want to do one more aspect of Islam. Why Islam cannot be from God? Why Quran cannot be from God? And it is very, very simple and very easy. You know what? How many times the word, the Prophet of Islam, is mentioned in the Quran? Do you know that? Take a wild guess. Let's see how many people can give me the wild guess of how many times the Prophet of Islam is mentioned in the Quran. 5 times. Perfect. Why is it so that Muhammad, or the Prophet of Islam, is mentioned only 5 times? Whereas if we look at the other prophets, for example, Isa, over 25 times, Musa, 90 sometimes. Isn't it that this book is upon Muhammad? Isn't it so that Muhammad is supposed to be the person who is supposed to be mentioned here far more? Why is his name not mentioned far more than anybody else? Why would Allah not think that he has to do something more about this prophet rather than other prophets? Why is it that the Muslims don't think, no, the whole Quran is about Muhammad? What do you mean by about Muhammad? Who do you know? How do you know that it is about Muhammad? If you do not have the tafsir, how do you know that? If you do not have the tafsir, how would you even know that? You see, you only know this because of the tafsir, and that's it. And by the way, this also gives me a to a particular subject, and I want to run this subject very importantly. Let's watch and learn together some coincidences. Some coincidences. You know what a coincidence is? Some coincidences. Check this out.
That you eat pig and you behave like pig. Eat pig and you behave like pig. Eat pig and you behave like pig. And there is a scientific thing that you eat pig and you behave like pig. Eat pig and you behave like pig. Eat pig and you behave like pig.
I am not associating these two together, making sure what I'm saying you guys understand. This is just by coincidence. Pig is mentioned 5 times in Quran. chapter number 2, verse number 173, chapter number 5, verse number 3, chapter number 5, verse number 60, chapter number 6, verse number 45, and chapter number 16, verse number 115. Also, if we see in Quran, the Prophet of Islam is mentioned 5 times in Quran. Chapter number 3, verse number 144, chapter number 33, verse number 40, chapter number 47, verse number 2, chapter number 48, verse number 29, and chapter number 61, verse number 6, just by mere coincidence.
Eat pig and you behave like pig. Today science tells us that one of the most filthiest animal on the face of the earth is the pig. Wherever you find dirt and filth, you'll find the pig there.
The people asked the Messenger of Allah, can we perform ablution out of the well of Buddha, which is a well into which menstruation clothes, dead dogs, and stinking things were thrown? He replied, water is pure and it's not defiled by anything. That is Sunan Abi Dawud 66. I'm sorry, I wanted to make it better, but seems like the internet is not. And you can see it is Sahih. We can see another one. And this we see, this is once again Kitabul Tahara, which means the purification. This is how Muhammad was purifying himself. I heard the people ask Prophet of Allah, water is brought for you. See, water is brought for you, because people say, hey, Muhammad didn't do that. He asked the people to do that. From the well of Buddha. It is a well in which dead dogs, menstruation cloths, and excrement of people are thrown in. Mean dump that you do of the people was thrown into it, and etc. etc. The Messenger of Allah replied, verily, water is pure and is not defiled by anything. Now imagine the water, that's the water which has been used by Prophet Muhammad to do what? Tahara, to do purification. Abu Dawud said, I heard Qutibah saying, I asked the person in charge of the well of Boda about the depth of the well. He replied, at most the water reaches pubes. Then I asked, what does it reaches? Where does it reaches when its level goes down? He replied, below the private part of the body. Below the private part of the body means up to your knees basically, or a little higher than that. Abu Dawud said, I measured the breadth of the well of Bada with my sheet which I stretched over it. I then measured it with the hand. I measured 6 cubit in breadth. 6 cubit in breadth only. I then asked the man who opened the door of the garden to make me admit into it, etc. etc. This is Sunan Abi Dawud 67, Hukam Sahih.
Today science tells us that one of the most filthiest animal on the face of the earth is the pig. Wherever you find dirt and filth, you'll find the pig there. Today science also tells us that pig is one of the most shameless animal on the face of the earth. Pig today is one of the most shameless animal on the face of the earth.
And then we also see in Kitabut Tahara, the book of purification, it was narrated from Anas that Messenger of Allah used to go around all his wives and perform once ghusl once. Ghusl means specific bathing to cleanse your body. Used to go around his wife and perform one ghusl. Maybe this hadith is not very clear. Let's open another one. Let's see if they say the exact words. This is Kitabul Nikah. The Prophet used to go around, have sexual relationships with all his wives in one night, and he had 9 wives. So one thing is clear now. Going around his wife means what? It's clear now. This is Sahih al-Bukhari 5068. And then we can also see in Kitabul Nikah Sunan Nasai 3198. Anas narrated that Prophet used to go around to his wives in a single night, and at that time he had 9 wives. Perfect. And we also see Aisha is saying that. Sahih al-Bukhari 232. I used to wash off the semens from the clothes of Prophet Muhammad, and even then I used to notice one or more spots on them.
Today science tells us that one of the most filthiest animal on the face of the earth is the pig. Wherever you find dirt and filth, you'll find the pig there. Today science also tells us that pig is one of the most shameless animal on the face of the earth. Pig today is one of the most shameless animal on the face of the earth.
Sahih al-Bukhari 230. Suleiman bin Yasir is saying that I asked Aisha about the clothes soiled with semen. She replied, I used to wash it off the clothes of Allah Messenger, and he would go for the prayer while the water spots were still visible on them. Uh, what is up with these people in the 7th century Arabia and their clothes getting semen in them? Like, how much of a sex would they actually be performing? And I don't know. Let's see another one. And here we see another one. It says, verily, I, Aisha, used to scrape the semen off his garments with my nails while while it was dry. So sometimes the semen would dry off on the clothes of Muhammad as well. And this is the reference. This is also quoting Muslim 20 as well, 290 as well. So two hadiths in one go.
And there is a scientific thing that you eat pig and you behave like pig.
Faizan, after reading all this, after knowing all this, I am so ready to accept Islam. You know, I am such a blasphemer. I am so ready to accept Islam. You know, it's your duty to tell us, and it is my duty to tell you. And I am so ready after learning the filth and the filthiness of the pig, which is mentioned 5 times in Quran, just like another person, which is mentioned only 5 times in Quran. I am so ready to accept Islam. Faizan, I am so ready. Are you also ready to make me accept Islam? Because in Islam, the words don't have meanings. In Islam, the words change. In Islam, the word says something else and you think of them as something else. That's the reality, Faizan. Because for you, words don't have meaning. Just like for scholars, for your scholars, words don't have meaning. Let's just read it. It says, and before this, there was a book to Moses. Wamin Kablihi, and before this, there was a book, Kitab, to Musa. What? Imaman wa Rahmatan, which has the guide and the mercy. Wahaza, haza, wahaza means and. Wow stands for and. Haza stands for this.
And this,
Kitabun musaddiqan linisanan Arabian. So now Allah is saying, before this there was a kitab to Musa, which has the guidance and the rahmah, correct?
yes,
But this book is musaddiq. This book is musaddiq because it's in lisan Arabian, not because it's in Arabic language, okay? So that those who are wrongdoers,
And I'm telling you, you will definitely see deposits. You will
she
definitely
is
get
telling
checks.
me, she is telling me, I don't know what's happening. You should guide them, okay? Okay, are you here with me? Everyone in the live stream, are you guys here with me? This is very important. I'm going to show you something. Quran chapter number 46 verse number 12. It uses two things. Before you there is a book to Musa which has the guidance and rahmah. Which has what? The guidance and rahmah. And right now, haza, this book, wahaza, this book, haza kitab, musaddiqan. Okay, now let's go to Quran, Surah Baqarah, ayah number, Surah Baqarah, Alif Lam Mim, Zalikal kitabu la rayba fi hudal lil muttaqin. This book, stupidity, idiotic, falsification, level of falsification that you can't even imagine. Zalika means that. Okay, thank you. If I mouse over, it's that. Zalika means that. So if this verse is talking about this book, means the Quran, it has to say Hazal Kitab, because it is this book, just like it says over here. Wahazal Kitab Musad. This is the book which is Musaddiqan, confirming this is the book. So when Quran is talking about Zalikal Kitabu la rayba fi, it is talking about that book. Which book? Which has the Hudaya for the Muttaqin. Let's look. Which has the Hadaya and Rahma. Surah Baqarah, ayah number 2, is not talking about Quran. Okay, there you go.
It worked. So here.
Okay, Zalik. Zalik means that.
Yeah.
See, can you see me? See? Okay, that. Yeah. When we talk about Zalik over here, which book Allah is talking about?
ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى yeah, that book.
Which book is Allah talking about? But Allah's Arabic was pretty bad. That, here's Jalalain, the early scholar, that meaning this. No, this is awesome, man. That meaning this.
Guys, this is Jalalain. This is no small potatoes. This is the big guys. And they're right there telling you. That's almost as good as the sheikh that says Muni Muka.
That meaning this, man. This is awesome. Like, I have never thought that I will live to see something like this. That meaning this. oh, let's look Al-Tibri, because now I wanted to see what Tibri says. So Tibri says this as well. Oh my goodness, that's just so awesome. So it says Zalikal Kitab, it means Hazal Kitab.
Wow.
Man, these guys are trying to fix Allah's Arabic, man. Zalikal Kitab, Zalikal Kitab, Hazal Kitab.
ذلك الكتاب.
Oh, check this. Ibn Kathir. Zalikal Kitabu e Hazal Kitab.
Dude,
That is Ibn Kathir.
You know what's so funny, Adam, is that I've heard about this for years, but I've never really taken it seriously. And the thing is, I still wasn't going to take it seriously until I saw that Ibn Kathir and Jalalain, both Ibn Kathir and the Jalalain, all are twisting this.
Zalik means Haza. Man, I'm loving this, man. This is just so awesome.
Wow.
Zalik means Haza.
Wow. ذلك الكتاب I had, or, you know when it says I means or. This.
Oh no, come read this. An Zalik bamaini Haza.
Bima'na hada. Okay, it says that, but it means this. Classic. This is who is this? Ibn Kathir?
Ibn Kathir, man.
In ذلك بمعنى هذا. He's saying that means this. That's what Ibn Kathir is saying. Dude, this is hilarious, man.
As-Sayyuti. Let's look at Sayyuti. It's writing, but Sayyuti is writing after Ibn Kathir. He should say Zalika bamaina haza, probably. Zalik, I haza. So he is actually taking the Ibn Kathir's narrative, because Ibn Kathir actually says Zalika means haza. So because As-Sayyuti is writing after Ibn Kathir. So
And
before Ibn Kathir,
you guys, these are big guns. These are very important.
let's look at Baghvi. That is before Ibn Kathir. Let's see what he says.
I have it.
Hey, check this out first. Zalikal kitab,
Mhm.
I hazal kitab. Lo, there you go.
So there you
There you
go.
go. So he is saying the same thing, that
Yes,
Zalikal kitab means I hazal kitab.
but bro, he's also given this little explanation that when it's close to you, he's saying when it's close to you, you say it's
Haza
this.
fi-
When it's far away, you say it's that book.
What happened to Allah Miah when he was writing Surah Cow? Ayah number 2. What happened there, man? Like, seriously, what happened to Allah? And yes, you can learn about it more. I just sent the link. So the words don't have meanings. You can create any meaning of a word and you can say that means this. Just for the translators, you can change whatever you feel like changing. So Umme Faizan, I'm so ready to accept Islam because in Islam, only in Islam, you can change whatever you want to change, however you want to change. Islam is the only deen which actually doesn't give you anything. I've not seen Islam giving anything to anybody. Mr. GR said, Adam, you need to start an online madrasa, online course. Madrasa? Seriously? I can't call it a university. GR from Canada says, $20 normal Momin, 50 muftis, alim, 100 direct Muhammad. I have no idea what do you mean by that. $20 normal Momin, 50 mufti, alim, 100 direct Muhammad. Brother, I have no idea what does that super chat means. If somebody knows what it means, they can put it in the live chat so that I will know. Mr. Fahim Zia,
Hello, Adam.
hello.
Yes, sir.
Speak
Hello.
louder. Your voice is very low today.
Hello.
Hello. If you
Yes.
say it in a style, it won't increase your volume, brother.
I just raised my voice.
Okay. It's really
Yeah.
difficult for me to understand what you're saying. Guys,
Then
okay.
then raise your volume.
I have. It's already at 90%.
So why you getting difficulty to hear me?
Okay, what's up? State your statement.
I'm here to debate you. Go on. What's your topic today?
Allah is a false god.
That's not your topic, I believe.
That is my topic. Islam is perfectly imperfect. Have you not seen that? What's the topic? Read my topic. Islam, comma, perfectly imperfect. That's my topic. What happened? You can't save your false god? Hello? As soon as the brother saw the topic and he realized and he's like, okay, I run away. Mr. Fahim, why did you mute yourself, my friend?
Hello, hello, hello. Sorry, there was a problem in connection. So
Ah, there was a problem. All right.
yeah,
Allah is a false god.
no, I believe that your topic was on Quran.
It's
What's it?
Islam, perfectly imperfect.
Allah is a false God. Okay, go on. Make your argument.
Why does the Quran says if there were more gods, they would fight with each other for the creation?
Or the creation. Where does it said in Quran? Can you please give me the reference?
Tell me you don't know that and you need my help to tell you that?
No, I don't need your help. I just want you to
Okay,
prove yourself. Go ahead and give me the
no,
reference
tell me
with the
that you don't
same
know.
word. With the
Tell
same
me
word.
that you do not know any
I know.
verse like that.
No, I know. But it's
Okay,
my right to demand
okay, what
the
do you know
evidence.
that? Then what do you know about creation? That if there were more God, what would they do about
Oh,
creation?
oh, come on, Adam. Just provide me the evidence. That's all.
So
Why,
agree
why
that you
are
do
you?
not know. Agree
Why
that
you're
you do
being
not know.
childish? Why are you being childish? Just provide me
I'm
the
not
evidence.
being childish. You are an
You
old fart. I know that. So please and say that you do not know
stop,
about
stop
it, and
being
I
a
will give it to
scumbag,
you.
Adam. Adam, stop being a scumbag. Just provide me the reference, and we.
There you go. Let me throw you out. So this guy always come in my Urdu live stream, and he does the same thing. He thinks and he believes that he is like the ultimate and knowledgeable person of Islam, and every time I say something, he will not answer. There you go. I kicked you out. That's how easy it is. My friend, just say that you don't know, or you say that no, Quran does not say that, it says this. Why do I have to show you the reference? For example, let me give you the example for all the listeners who are listening to me. When the last guy came and I claimed that no, Quran does not say that, I proved it by showing the real verse to him and saying, look, in the verse, it is not mentioned to the entire mankind. It is mentioned for specific people. Fahim Zia is a Pakistani idiot and a stupid guy who would never even talk properly. And every time he comes to my Urdu stream or English stream, I gave him some time, and I had a talk with him, and I realized that there is no point talking to him when he goes into left right. So Fahim Zia, if you have guts, come up, but don't do this. If I claim something, say that my claim is wrong by providing me with the reference. And you don't have the reference, by the way, because you do not you have not studied the Quran. You are only a article jihadi. So let me now give the verse to everyone, even though that I have given it before, for everyone to know that what I'm saying is right, who have joined my live stream later, and I've given it in the early part of the live stream. Allah said if there were more deities except him, and he's talking about Allah does not have a son, referring specially to the Christians, nor he has ever been with him any deity. There's no other God except beside him, because if there were, then each deity would have taken what is created. So deities would fight for creation, and some of them would have overcome other. So like people like Fahim Zaya will be like, oh, they are not fighting, they will overtake the creation. No, 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 no. Allah cleared it for people like Fahim Zaya, and some of them would have sought to overcome others. So they are fighting and trying to overcome each other. Now the problem with Fahim Zia is that he had no idea that this kind of a stupid, idiotic thing is written in Quran. But he thinks by saying, oh, Adam, prove your point. I will show him the verse, and then he will try to make a pretzel out of it. Whereas he has never even read this verse. So, you see, I like to talk to people who are honest and respectful. Fahim Zia has nothing. He is neither honest nor respectful. The type of abusive languages that he has used in my Urdu live stream are way far above. And now he has been kicked off like he's deserved. Somebody said, what verse is it? This is chapter number 23, verse number 91 of the Quran. Let me give it to you for everyone. This is the verse. Read it in any translation, that doesn't matter. So Allah says if there were gods, multiple gods, they would fight with each other for the creation that they have done. And in the early part of the stream, I already expressed my opinion on this, that this is so stupid and so idiotic. This is really stupid and idiotic. Of all the words that were supposed to be eaten by God, this one was. All right, so GR said, this was my suggestion for the course fee, my friend. Oh, $10 course fee? Ah, you are talking about $10 course fee? Okay. But $10, you think a Muslim will pay $10 for the course fee? I'm giving them free here. No money. They can come here and learn free. But you know what? Even so, you're just $20. Let me see. You said $20 normal, Momin 50, Mufti 100. Dude, I am giving them free courses over here. Not $20, not $10, not $5. Free. I'm doing free classes here. So Mufti can come free, normal Muslim can come free, and direct descendants of Muhammad can come free. See how generous I am. I give them everything free here. I give them everything free here. Who is this guy? Shant X7. Shant, are you stupid? Hey, Protestant believer. Shant X7 said debate Shamoon. Hey, Shant X7. Are you silly or what? Oh man. Some people are really silly. I don't know why, but they are. Can't do anything about them. Okay. All right. Thank you, GR, for your nice suggestions. But I'll do it for free for all the Muslims. And Shan said, sorry, I didn't get what I said wrong. So you want me to debate Shimon on what? You want me to debate Shimon on what? I have no idea why do you want me to debate Shimon. I have no idea. Why would people say on what? On Islam? Shimon holds the same opinion about Islam that I hold. So why should I debate Shimon? Zaid Khan, I already gave you the reference, chapter number 23, verse number 91. I even sent the link in the live chat. It is from the Quran, chapter number 23, verse number 91. Now he's like, sorry, bro. Oh man. You just joined in. You are a new person here. Welcome. I'm an ex-Muslim. I left Islam and I hold the same opinion about Islam that Shimon holds. I don't know why you suddenly came in and said debate him. You gotta first listen to what I'm saying versus just saying something like this out of the blue. Paroxysm said, debate Shimon on who is more handsome among you. Brother, on this part, Shimon will lose tremendously no matter what. I'm a very humble guy. I will not exalt myself in beautification and handsomeness and coolness and entertainment and everything. So let me just tell you, Shimon will lose tremendously if he will have a debate with me on handsomeness. You know, how can he has a debate with me on handsomeness when he has no hairs on his head? Come on. I'm far more beautiful than him and far more handsome than him. So yeah, please don't. That debate, he'll lose. So just forget that. He'll just lose tremendously. So yeah, I won't do that. That's just not a good debate. That's like not even even a fair ground. That's not even a fair ground. Handsomeness, that's not even a fair ground to be at. Just come on. That's a lot of handicap. So nah, I won't do that. I won't do that. That's just I'm much handsome in terms of my language and my aura and my beautification. And by the way, that's a lot of praises for my own self. So I'm just going to be done with that now. All right. Too much side talk. Okay, guys. I hope this is good. And all right, do that. I'm cutting this clip and posting it on X tag him. All right, fair enough. You do that, but you know that's not how it is going to happen. All right, Hakeem, I'll answer you. I will go against my rules and answer you if you join in. So I'll give you 5 minutes. If you are the son of your own father, join in and let me prove it to you. There you go. Simple. Click the link, join in, and I'll prove it to you. Friends, is this fair? This Hakeem does not want to talk to me about Islam because he knows that I'll demolish Islam. He wanna go to the subject, Jesus is God, how? I will debate with him on this one. Let's see if he comes. See, that is how simple it is. It's fair, right? The guy is so scared. Okay. Come on, Hakeem. No, you don't come in peace. You are a son of a devil, brother. I told you so many times. You are a devil. Absolutely. And a son of a devil. Now click the link and join in. I'll answer you. I'll answer you. Let me send you from live chat to Makkah and give you a live chat timeout. So now click the link because now you cannot type in the live chat. I'll prove it to you. I'll prove it to you. See? Very simple. Let's see if this guy comes now. Imagine Hakeem is such a coward that he can't even discuss and debate with me on the topic that he opened, where he will be on the attacking side and I will be on the defending side, yet he is so coward to join in. So he opened a topic to put me in a defensive position, yet he is so coward to join in and have a talk with me. Come on, Hakeem. Neem Hakeem Khatrai Jaan. Neem Mullah Khatrai Ma. Join in. What I said in Urdu is a fake Hakeem means doctor, is a danger to life. And a fake mullah, a fake scholar of Islam, is a danger for your religion. That's a statement that we say in Urdu. Neem Hakeem Khatrai Jaan means fake doctor is a threat to your life, and fake scholar of Islam is a threat to your religion. So now imagine, Mr. Hakim, come on, say Bismillah and click on the StreamYard link. Let's see if you can. If you have guts, if you have some water in your precious kanche. He doesn't have guts. Ah, poor Neem Hakim. He's gone. He has to rush to the mama, just like when Muhammad saw Jibreel and Jibreel squeezed Muhammad and he rushed to his sugar mama named Khatija. Muhammad had a sugar mama. Muhammad mama died long ago. Then he had a sugar mama named Khatija. So as soon as Muhammad got squeezed by Jibreel in the cave Hira, he ran towards his sugar mama. Neem Hakim ran towards his sugar mama. Come on, Neem Hakim. No? Not coming? Aww. So sad. Alright, guys. I'm going to end the stream today over here. I hope you guys had a nice time. Logos non grata east. I have no idea what that means, but thank you so very much for super sticker. Guys, take care. Have a blessed day, evening, or night, wherever you are. I hope you guys enjoy the stream. Don't leave the enjoyment just to your own self. Spread it to the world. Share it to the world. I love you. Take care. And we have somebody, Ahmad. Okay, let's see. Mr. Ahmad. I was about to say bye bye, but Mr. Ahmad came up. Mr. Ahmad.
इस्लाम की बाकी जो इस्लाम
दूर फिटे मुंह तेरे दे कुत्ती मां दे बच्चे रंडी दी औलाद. Anyhow, this guy was babbling stupidity in his mother tongue about the private parts of his mother. EasyPay Global. Oh, EasyPay Global is here. He's saying, "Good morning, Adam. Nice to hear your voice in morning and rattling piece of full community, brother." EasyPay Global, thank you so very much. Your super chat just reminded me of our brother's uh, videos and his software that he has made for easy transformation of money from one direction to another, one country to another. Let me bring it up. The ad.
Tired of juggling payments and stressing over your finances? Say hello to EasyPay, your ultimate solution to effortless payments. With EasyPay, enjoy zero hassle and 100% convenience, all at your fingertips. Quick transfers, secure transactions, and a seamless experience anytime, anywhere. So why wait? Download the EasyPay app today and discover the freedom of stress-free payments. Your payments, our promise.
Your payments, our promise. EasyPay Global app. If you download the app, you can transfer the money from anywhere to anywhere in the world very easily. And that is what EasyPay Global is all about. Transferring money one way or another very easily. EasyPay Global is introducing a coin very soon. He has not yet released it, and I have no idea when he is going to release it, but that is going to be released very soon. And there we go. That is the EasyPay coin coming soon. easypaycoin.com is the website. As soon as the coin will come, it will come on easypaycoin.com. If you join their social media accounts, Facebook and Instagram for EasyPay, you will be able to get some airdrops as soon as they join. So thank you so very much for watching, And if you want to transfer money from one place to another, EasyPay is the best solution. And when you transfer the money from EasyPay wallet to your bank account, it takes only $2 as a fee, and you will get every money in your account. So thank you so very much. Have a blessed day, evening, or night, wherever you are. I love you, and I will see you tonight in my Urdu channel, Adam Seeker Urdu, for a beautiful, marvelous stream again. Take care. God bless you. Yeshua Akbarul Azim.